Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020, the Wildcard Region, where we are through with our semi-final stages. And while we have the matches going on, yesterday we saw a lot of teams who were struggling have finally risen up, and few names that definitely will be Team Extra Esports and Team Hype. What an amazing performance by the lads, but Team Black did end up the day on a good note. But before we get started today with all our matches, allow me to introduce to you to my co-caster, my co-analyst, and my co-host. That's gonna be Ocean Sharma. So Ocean, yeah, that was a pretty good dab. But yes, what are you expecting from the matches today?
Even I'm the better looking one. Well, so about the matches, we're talking about those things and why is that out. All right, so if we're talking about the matches, so today it's going to be the last time we're going to see Group A.
Yeah.
As a group, as a whole, like those teams, those names. So I'm pretty much excited to see what those 8 teams actually do, what they actually plan up with. So because if you're not in top 15, if you're not in top 10 or top 8 or something, you might have a chance to get eliminated again tomorrow when the other teams are coming up as Group C. They'll be having today and tomorrow to play. Yeah. Group B will be coming back tomorrow as well, so that's going to be something. But then the map of Vikendi, I would say that can be a decider one in this all scenario.
Absolutely. You know, Vikendi definitely being a game changer today because, like we had mentioned earlier, this is a double round robin format, and the last time teams from Group A and C went against each other, they were in Miramar.
Yeah.
So that was the differentiating map. Today, they are going to be playing it out in Vikendi. So, like we've said earlier, so it's going to be the last day of the players from Group A to really perform and get enough points as much as possible to make sure that they are qualifying to the top 15 and into the finals.
Exactly, and that's one of the most important things, because as we'll be discussing forward with the prize pools and stuff and all those things when we'll be talking about them, because right now it's semi-finals. Slowly and steadily we are moving to the pinnacle. That's going to be the final stuff and all, right? So if we're talking about the prize pool, we'll be looking at that as well, as the first position we know gets $2,600, right? So that's important. But 15 teams coming up alongside one more team onto the finals, that's where it actually gets tough.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you talk about the numbers, the first position gets $2,600, second gets $1,600, third getting $1,100, and fourth to 16, they also will be getting $1,100. But 17 to 32nd position, they will be receiving $600 only. So a lot of the teams will have to be exiting with that much amount of money. But it's still a sizable amount, something with which you can buy a lot of things. But you know, talking about the matches that we have today and the teams, yes, okay.
So where do you want to buy with $600? I'm just curious.
You.
Let the record show that I'm much more valuable than that, though. But then let's have a look at the point distribution as well. As first position gets 20, second gets 14, then 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, till the 10th position. 11 to 16 gets 1 point each, and 1 kill equals 1 point. I'm dragging this conversation without any means so that he can just divert off the topic. So yeah, 1 kill gets 1 point, and that's one of the most important things, because 1 kill is something that differentiates sometimes, right? You are at the top position.
Yeah.
You might have 7 kills, and there's someone who gets 14 from the placement points, but they have double the kills or something. They will be, you know, we saw this from the hype yesterday in the last game, right?
Absolutely. You know, they were getting so much kills to their names. Definitely, they just got a bit, they just exited a bit early, but those kill points definitely did come handy and ensured them enough placement points and position points and total combined enough to make them in the top 2. And yeah. So that is what Team Hype has been doing so far. Yesterday's strats were really good from their side. They were holding on, having good position, having good number of kills, and this is something that they would be looking forward to continuing with that momentum. But other teams like Team FromHeaven Esports, this is a team that we have to talk about, because initially when they started off, they were amazing in the semi-finals. They also were amazing, but somewhere down the line, they've kind of lost the flow that they really have, because they've been losing out on a lot of fights. You know, it's all about being godless over there, but other teammates are also chiming in. But now let's take a look at the squad list and see which are the teams that are going to be playing today. So from Group A, we have Team FromHeaven Esports, then we have Team 8-Bit, NPJ and WatchmyGP. So NPJ, certainly one of those teams that we have to keep an eye on. They've been struggling a lot, but yesterday a few good signs of you know, resurrection from there. But moving forward, we have Nepal Esports, CenterLink Esports, Fear and Dynamic Gaming.
That comprises Group A, but then talking about Group B, the teams that will be having a rest day today, it's going to be Black Team, then Seal Esports, Extra Esports, and Team Hype. I'll be having a question about Team Hype that I'll get back to you once we are done discussing these things. Battalion 5 for you, Quest, S.Cloud, and Black Team Mongolia. So these teams are not playing today. And that, I would say, that will be a game changer. I'll get back to that thing as well. But then moving on, talking about Group C, the teams that will be, coming back today for today and tomorrow's continuation is going to be ZeusEsports, FromHeaven, Bear, and then Cosmonauts.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are the teams that will be playing. And we know what our Team Zeus is capable of. And I'm also looking out for Team Bear. But talking about the remainder squads of Group C, we have VelociRaptors, GoodBoys, Requiem, and Savage Esports. And VelociRaptor is one of the teams that certainly tends to surprise us and catch us off guard with those unexpected chicken dinners. If you remember that day in Erangel, the final game, I think it was Team Black versus Team VelociRaptors, and Heli did really try to put up quite a good performance over there, sitting inside his car. But it came down to the wires as Wally was the last man surviving, almost wiped down that entire squad, but VelociRaptors did get the better out of it. But yeah, going on with the conversation, the questions that you wanted to ask.
So I have a question regarding it, and we'll talk that while we are talking about the schedule, as well as the schedule will be right on our screens. As we were talking about Vikendi, that's going to be a map that's going to be recurring really sometime soon. It's going to be the last Vikendi for this one, as in tomorrow it's going to be Miramar and Sanhok, and then two Erangels, one for the starters, one for the endings. But then the question that I wanted to say is, see, Team Hype is not playing today. Yesterday they had a very good momentum. So from going to a very good momentum to a day of not playing, and then once again, how do you think their performance is going to go tomorrow? As yesterday, if they were playing today, we would say that the momentum will be continuing. But they have a rest day. So that thing.
Of course, a very good question. But I believe it depends on their days and the way they have been playing. So one thing for sure, Team Hype certainly tends to get a lot of kills. That we know of. But position points, that is somewhere they were lacking. But yesterday, being consistent throughout all the 4 games, they have figured out how to survive in those circles. Of course, the teams were different. Next time when they play, the teams will be different. So they have to make a new approach. So it kind of resets a bit. But still, if you keep your basics right, I don't think they're gonna have much problems.
Yeah, that's what I would want to say, right? So they had they played 4 games, and out of those 4 games, 3 games when they were second position, right? They have 14 points already accumulated, so that builds up the momentum itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, talking about the games being live, let's just go into Erangel and see which team gets the first chicken dinner of today's evening. But there you go, the flight path trajectory, heading on all the way from a hospital towards Sosnovka military base. And these are the kind of flight path trajectories in which we get those eastern circles formed. So I am expecting an initial circle to be tending towards the eastern side. Let's see what happens. What about you, Ocean? What do you think?
So you are thinking of Yasnaya-ish side, right? Yasnaya, Mansion, Lipovka. Yasnaya, Mansion, Lipovka, those kind of areas. See, I would love that, but I don't know why I feel like circle might be there, might not be there. Like I'm more on the north side, but somewhere around the other areas, if not that thing. We'll have to see what happens, right? So because eastern side is not just Mansion, it might just go to Milta Power as a whole, might go to Nova, it might go to the southern side, might go to the northern side. So all those things will be out there as well. Might go to Query. Maybe it's kind of a circle that breaks the rules. You don't know about it, but well, we'll have to see. And on the Zaki side, we can see there's one squad, and Sandhu's playing, and that's not the Sandhu that we're talking about, right? So Cosmonauts, Sandhu is going to be out there on Zaki's side alongside Prabal as well. So that's going to be one of the things. Georgopol-ish area is quite empty, not the containers. The containers are empty, not the city side, the back end side. That's quite a bit out there. And yes, this is the circle. See, exactly, this is the thing I was talking about. It might be the one that breaks the rules.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh my goodness, something that we really wanted to see from quite some time. And there you have it. But yes, I have seen similar circles, but really does not tend to go around Quarry sometimes. But if it goes around, I'll be a happy man. But Primorsk, well, that area is way vacant, and none of the teams have really gone for it. Team Requiem does have the choice, and today we have 8-bit also playing with us. They're heading towards Katka, their usual rotation. Today Hype is not playing, so they won't have a lot of trouble rotating around. But if you talk about clashes, there you have it. Team Zeus going against Team NPG, one of the most dominating teams, going against one of the teams that's really struggling to qualify. So this will be an interesting matchup, and NPG NPJ, if they have to proceed, they will have to engage in this fight, or else just find a vehicle and get away from here.
It's just going to be an important one as we're talking about it, and then let's see how the fights actually come out. But Zeus Ron, and he might be in a bit of trouble, if not anything, and the trouble is going to be a big one if we're talking about it. Well, NPJ's Water and Ronin, they were so close to each other, but Ronin takes down one. That was... I did not expect that. I mean, Water saw him, but Ronin just used his Uzi and just shook it off.
Well, Team NPJ, there you go. Abeliemo getting another knock onto it. Susuboki and NPJ. Now, they are in a whole world of trouble with just 2 players remaining. And I don't think it's possible to go and revive Susuboki with Zyol really making that push happen. And, Abeliemo has a very, very good angle. And the moment one of the players from NPJ actually comes in for the rotation, they're basically done so. But I guess 1v4 somehow, did feel that Zyol was in the nearby fray, but it was Icy who will be taking him down. So the last member surviving for Team NPJ. It's a 1v4 situation, and he's just prone inside a compound. And by the looks of Team Zeus, they are not going to let him go. Nans, he's given up his position. It's just a matter of seconds that he'll get wiped off.
I mean, Abel is moving forward, Ronin's moving forward. Zyol, we know what he does. But Abel, his health was really low, but nope, doesn't matter. NPJ gets wiped out at an instance. I mean, all right, so riddle me this.
Yeah.
Only 15 teams started this lobby.
Yeah.
And 1 has already been wiped out. So that means we are left with 14. Do you think in this kind of a circle, the kind of a water circle, it still gives you more area to play with?
Well, in circles like this, it kind of goes 2 ways around. You have to always constantly have that in the back of your mind. What if the zone goes towards a certain island? They have to rotate. And even if you manage to rotate, you have to be very careful of the bridge camp. You have to be very careful of the shore areas where sometimes teams love to camp that area out, and spotting any unwanted fish in the territory, they just go in for the hunt. And that has been the story quite a lot of times during those days. But, getting back into the game, we have Team WatchmyGP at Pachinki. Let's see what these lads are up to.
I mean, WM2 will have to see how the situations just turn up for them. If not anything, if not good, if not bad. But, well, Pochinki's area, I would say it's a good area just to play around. And the new Pochinki, obviously, is going to be way better for some things. But, well, we'll have to see how those some things just come up in this situation. And talking about the other teams, if we're saying the names and all, FromHeaven, they are dropping down with just 3 players. Dynamic Gaming dropping down with just 3 players. So, yeah, I would say... what do you call it? The lack of players will be reflecting not right now, but eventually.
Talk about the lack of players. That kind of, breaks my heart. I've always been, a real fan of, having all the players, but, not having them around kind of messes things up. But Nepal Esports, well, these players, they've had a decent outing so far, right? They've been playing well. They have been, having those good times. And Nikesh definitely being one of those better performers of this team. And he did so well yesterday, completely wiping down one entire squad. And Team Fear, Noodles and Mr. Alex SR. We saw Team Fear also pulling off some good games. So let's see how this team plays their games today around.
I mean, if we're talking about this team Fear, I mean, Alex Asa, he was in the names yesterday when we were talking about top 5 players or something. He was out there, so it shows a pretty good vibe from him. But man, look at this. Look at how clean the new military base buildings just actually look, right? The minimalistic, clean design or something. So I would say the vibes are good, but it's all about getting those kills, if anything.
I don't know if it's a personal choice, but I kind of like the military buildings to be a bit rustic, a bit
the old ones.
Yeah, you can't have things really neat over there. You have constant. If you talk about the literal, the military base, you've got all those grease, you've got those oils, you get all those ammos, leads falling out. But still, they've done a pretty neat job at cleaning up the military base, and now it looks a lot more structured. To be honest, but yes, what I really loved was the old military base. Though especially the big difference, game changer being that open area where you have those containers in different positions. That kind of opens up a lot of possibilities in those circle fights. But right now, well, Team Fear, they are deciding to get away from this area, try to hold on to that junction. I think that's going to be a good decision, because even if the circle comes down south, you still have avenues to, kind of choke all the teams that are trying to come in from the bridge.
I mean, yeah, if the circle comes south, the circle goes north. Anyways, you have that bridge area, but on the bridge area, there might be someone else. I'm talking about Team Savage that's going to be on the other side of the bridge. So, yeah, that might just create a lot of problems, if not anything. But WMG is also moving, and they are moving on to a good side. Like, they might contest Team Savage as well on themselves. As a whole, as a team, we'll have to see what happens. But then there's one team, VelociRaptors. They are playing the edge of military base, like the military base island. They're playing at the edge of that island. I would want to see what VelociRaptors actually do in this situation.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. They're just waiting for the circle to come down south, and whichever team really is swimming or coming through the boats, they're going to be goners over there, and that's what they are intending so far. But what I really think that if the circle does not throw any curveballs, it'll get somewhere ended at Ferry Pier, or maybe towards Quarry, or towards Primos. Those are the three areas in which I believe the circle can go. But yesterday we saw, it was kind of a Gatka circle, but it was way too much in the open. So a lot of teams had a lot of trouble playing around that, and a lot of smokes were in fact used, but those were not really enough to stop them. But right now, it's kind of a stalemate with no team really engaging against anybody else. But as the game goes on, as the fifth circle takes in, or the fourth circle kind of finishes, that's when we are going to witness a majority of the fights. And there you go, the shift has come in, and by the looks of it, it can go all the way up north. But still, possibilities are there that it might come south.
I mean, you're saying by the looks of it, might go all the way up north, but we know what Erangel circles are doing nowadays. They just throw a curveball, might go south, and it will just change everything. You can never know. Like it's like a weird relationship with the circles and land that's been out there. But the first airdrop has an AWM, and that's in water.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if the circles meta is with airdrops. Like, it's not ever, but if it comes up with airdrops, then the second circle might just go down, and that will just create a 50-50 chance once again for the two islands.
Yeah, of course. And there's also another thing that can really happen is the bridge circle that we've been longing to see for quite some time. And a lot of possibilities open up in those particular bridge circles, with a few teams downstairs, with a few teams upstairs, holding on to the, whatever boxes that they gave, whatever burnt vehicles that they have. So those will all be the covers. But right now, Team VelociRaptors have been spotted by players of Team Fear, and Beyonder has taken quite some damage, and he will be healing up with his bandages. But I'm really scared about VelociRaptors. They barely have any kind of loot. No meds at all. Just one first aid and one energy drink and one painkiller. That's it. And right now, they need to wipe out one squad to get some decent loot to survive in the end phases of the game.
I mean, yeah, that's totally true. But then we'll have to see how the survivals just come up, because it's like, what, 10 minutes and 30 seconds, 35, 36 as the time's going on. Time never stops, and so does this game. So it's like 10 minutes and 40 seconds right now. Second circle's coming up slowly and steadily. Team number 25, that's going to be Savage, is just out here. Dawes on one side of the bridge, while three players wait on the other side of the bridge. So yeah, it's going to be something. But this bridge, oh my god, this gigantic bridge is something that players will have to cross if they want to. But Fear, I mean, they were going to the bridge side, now they're going to the shore side.
Well, I think they've got different things planned out. I think they want to take that fight. They want to wipe out VelociRaptors, because by their body language, that is what I am presuming right now. They're kind of trying to surround them, just claw them, pincer them, and get those good 4 kills. And that really might help them up. But, well, if VelociRaptors play their cards right, if they do not overextend, do not overpeak, then they certainly can take down the players of Team Fear. But right now, we have a fight between the players of Team FromHeaven and Team Dynamic GG. But there you go, White getting a knock onto its ego, instantly finishing off. And now Dynamic Gaming can't really engage, but Wiz, oh my goodness, he did take a lot of damage, but White will have to retreat, will have to get inside the circle. Let's see what our team from Hell are going to do, because they haven't got a chicken dinner yet, but with the way they have been playing, they've gotten a lot of kills, but we've witnessed a dip in their performance lately. So let's see how are they looking to end things for them. But Wiz, oh my goodness, barely surviving on that sliver of HP. But Kayak, how is he gonna get a revive onto him? And there he goes, he dies.
I mean, the whole team just died out there. You can see Dynamic Gaming making their exit from the servers right now. But the second circle, oh my god, this is one thing that I would be living for. If the circle comes up real good, it might be throwing a good curveball. And is it going to do it? Nope. All right, it's on the northern side right now. The circle just threw a curveball on our expectations and just went north. I mean, say, it's a good thing. Now I want to see what happens in VelociRaptors and Team Fear. I mean, they dissed the bridge for a reason, right?
Yeah. Of course, now it's going to be a tough choice and a tough call out, because anyways, Team Savage was already camping over there, so it's not much to worry about. But still, we have the second airdrop coming in, and anything can really happen. So let's see what goes on. And there you go, Topsy taking a lot of damage from elsewhere, and that's where you should realize that you cannot overextend. Well, White did get a trade-off, but he has to also revive his teammate, and a finish now can be really costly.
And now this is, I think this is now where I have to see Godless, because see, we heard a lot about him, seen him before as well. But this time, since I've started casting, it's not been the Godless that I've known. 15 bullets in his DP would be reloading anytime soon. But Nikesh needed a revive, and he got one from Sarkar. Akash is also out there on the other side, trying to take all the damage, trying to do everything that they can. But the Broken Vehicle, I would say Broken Vehicle actually makes up a good cover on the left-hand side for them.
Yeah, of course, it kind of protects you from those leftward compounds over there. A few teams love to take that position, but Sengi keeping up with the spray. Will he manage to get one knock? And yes, Sengi does. And Munke goes down. Casper with his DP28. He was also spraying a couple of bullets. Did most of the damage out there. But Nepal Esports, well, they have to get inside the circle. But we do see that fight emerging between the players of Team From Heaven and Team WatchmyGP. And the players of WMG are off to a good start. Have taken down one of the players of Team From Heaven. And now just two remain. So Team From Heaven, this also being a very promising team. Eyes will be on them as to how they are going to survive and perform in this particular game.
Special, look at this. He's trying to spot the players if he can. Has 39 bullets, will be making up 40 really anytime soon. Yes, he does. Godless moving up forward, taking a fight against the zone and then against the players that's going to be up there. I mean, his three players are right up forward. They'll be giving all the directions for where to come and where not to come from. But on their side, T-Man, oh my god. That was a spray, but the spray is just chasing, not hitting a single bullet. Now he does. Savage T-Man takes down Evil Lord, a guy who actually did a lot of damage yesterday, but right now all the other players. Hey, why did he just stop? He could have gone and he could have gotten a better cover.
But he wanted to save his teammate, and eventually he ended up getting knocked himself. Or maybe he just kind of pressed that panic button and had to eject from his seats over there. And there you go, Hades being exploded into oblivion. And well, Team Fear, still they did not really give up. They went in for the revive, and there you go, display of bonds being shown that no matter what, we survive together, we die together. And it's more, it kind of tending to its latter stage, but right now Blancos getting a knock onto it, Sancho, and that might be a big one. If he manages to get that confirmation, Team From Hell might just lose out on one of their best players.
I mean, they might just lose the players out there. But look at this. They are going down in a bad way. Remember when we were talking about the water area, and that's from where they are swimming, and the zones also are not their favor. I mean, the circle is just the fourth circle, so it might be doing a lot of damage. But still, not a good way to go. I mean, look at this. 347 also goes down by the play zone.
Yeah, of course. But Ocean, I must ask you over here, where do you think the circle is going to go next time? Is it going towards the compounds, or do you think it will be on those hilly slopes where Team 8-bit are, just those southern areas?
I don't know why I feel it should be going to 8-bit's area, because I feel like they have a really open, if it goes, they have a really open area to play around themselves. Yeah. But if it goes to the south, I mean, that would be a good one, because all the teams on the northern side, they'll be like, we have to go anytime soon, and that's where, you know, much more disastrous fights might start. I mean, don't take me wrong, I'm a fan of disaster, and that might just happen out here.
Yeah, and Team 8-Bit talking about disasters, they are in engagement over here. Omega has been knocked out, but still they've managed to take down one player of CenterLink Esports. But Sibo going in for a cheeky revive while the remainder players go in for the push. There's pre-fires being there over there. But right now, oh my goodness, Octus is on a domination. Did manage to find off Smoko and eliminate him. With that, the whole squad kind of goes down. But Team Savage, they are playing really well. Alex, oh my goodness, he cannot be in a bad position than this. And he was just too much in the open. Such an easy kill for Dawes. He did not have to do anything. Just open up his scope and just spray it out. And he was dead meat. But
oh, look at this. VR's AMF. He just came there. He just came there, barely survived. I mean, he's the final breath for the whole team, if we have to talk about it. And the other players, I mean, they just went down. But on the right-hand side, he knows that there's a fight going on between Savage and Fear. And Gray might just take down final player. That's going to be Noodles. And if Noodles goes down, it's not going to be a good thing. And yes, it is. Right now, as you can see, Gray takes him down. Fear gets eliminated. Savage, they are really looking good, but right now they also have 1/5 kill right in front of them if they just spot him or something. And I think now they spot him because AMF actually shot some bullets.
yeah, absolutely. But what Gray did, that was really beautiful. He just switched the seats first and then got off his vehicle. So he was not really open towards HMF. But now that HMF has given his position, well, Team Savage can deal with them with ease. But Sanchit getting that beautiful knock onto its Blancos from Cosmonauts. And this is also another team that we have to look out for. They have been struggling lately. A few good games. But apart from that, we haven't seen much out of them. Team 8-Bit definitely being on the top right now with 4 kills. But there you go. ZeusEsports really not letting them sit onto the top position for a lot of time. And they just take the top position themselves. But there you go. Sancher going left, right, and center with his car 98, popping heads up absolutely everywhere.
I mean, there's going to be a bad situation. But if you're talking about the numbers, ZeusEsports, they have good kills. They have all the 4 players surviving. I mean, this just comes up with one thing that they're looking for domination. And already if they have 8 kills with 34 still players, like, count them out, 30 players still surviving. They can go for like 16 kill gameplay if they end up getting a chicken, and that will be a good one for them. Oh, Sanchir! That was amazing.
Yeah, that was a cheeky shot. I mean, nobody saw that coming with the way he just opened up his scope. That was a quick shot, and that was a head. And well, but still, you know, you have to think twice before you actually commit to that push, because if you are going there, you're not just going out of the circle, you're also risking yourself. So you have to calculate your pros and cons. But right now, talk about calculation. Team 8-Bit and Team WMG are in an engagement with each other. And there you go. One of the players, Casper, taking down Akshat with a grenade. Now Team 8-Bit are in trouble because they are split up from each other. They need to ensure another knock. But will that happen?
Octus takes down Sweta in the situation, but Sangi goes and finishes up Akshat, but Octus as well taking down Sweta, just finishing up, just doing the damage that was needed. But Casper, a good grenade might just do damage out there on Octus' side, and yes, it does. Octus falls down in the situations. Requiem gets eliminated on the other side, but Casper, he has done the damage right now. All just needs is to take down Omega and Sebo, and if they do go down, that's going to be a bad situation. Omega does not have a helmet, lacks a helmet on the back end side, trying to take down the other players as Sebo takes down Cosmonaut. Sandu, I mean, Cosmonaut's coming up here as well. It's going to be a hell of a party in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Third parties happening left, right, and center. Special also being knocked out. And now that Team 8-Bit knows that the players of Team WatchmyGP are in trouble. There's just that one player remaining. So they are going to push in together. But they still have to be careful from shots from elsewhere. And, well, the push is on. Those nades are coming up from top. And, well, they're securing all the kills. Sengi was the man who was crawling over there after being knocked, but he's been finished off as well. But right now, Team 8-Bit really need to play their cards right. They need to be smart. They need to know that slight overextension might lead to their demise. But Casper really playing around, jumping around from buildings to buildings, and then also trying to rotate, trying to find any possible enemies, but he's certainly not getting that.
I mean, Casper is the lone survivor. 8-Bit has 8 kills. If we're talking about 9th kill is right in front of them, but Casper is trying to spot other players. players. Cosmonaut gets eliminated, but Hell White is trying to spot the players from 8-bit as well if he can. Godless as well. I mean, just imagine a good rush coming out there and Circle. I mean, the Circle's on their favor, but a good rush might just take them down. But we'll have to see what Sanchi does in this situations as he's trying to spot some other one people from his corner. Previously, it was on the other side. Now it's on the other side. But hey, like, we are final players still surviving.
Yes, of course. And hey, MF, how does he live for so long? And huge ups to this lad, being right out in the open and still living. I see, meanwhile, getting one knock onto the players of Team Savage. And Team from Hell this time around. Look at how the circle has blessed them. They are sitting dead smack in the center. And now this opens up a lot of possibilities for this squad. And well, White and Godless have spotted down. Inky will be spraying down on all those bullets onto with him, and Spooky, he is actually going in for that grenade, but he's just proning in. What is he up to? Oh my goodness, he blew himself. That's a disaster.
Oh.
And there you go, Team from Hell wiping out Team from Heaven, but still they are also in the receiving end, and the players of Team Savage really capitalize on the situation, but Sanchir really going in for that cover fire.
I mean, Hell wins this round if we have to talk about it. But so far, they have to give revives, and revives are important. That's what they are going for. We'll have to see what happens as Team from Hell. They have 2 players surviving. One final player, Dawes, has been spotted. I mean, the other players are on the right side. So Dawes, he'll have to do something. But 4 teams surviving. And I think Thompson knows that Omega is behind him. Omega might go alpha in this situation, but Seoul, he spots one, takes one down, second as well. Oh my god, Seoul, we know what he is capable of, and that's what he is showing. He's on 3 kills, but now Thompson takes down. Did Thompson steal that one? No, it was Abely actually finishing it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Abely Ammo getting those final kills over there. But right now, oh my goodness, Team from Hell, look at how they are playing. They're providing the best perfect cover fires for the teammates, going in for the revives. Have gotten a revive onto its Godless and White. But as Zual, oh my goodness, 15 kills. Are you kidding me? This squad, who is gonna stop them? And when they started off, they were started off slow. They were consistent, but with now they're getting consistency and also a lot of kills.
Mark my words, if this team wins, Seoul will be the MVP if that happens, because we know that always happens. But big names, ZeusEsports, From Hell, and 8-bit are coming out here. I mean, if 8-bit wins, it will be by a miracle of surprise if that happens. We'll have to see what happens if Team 8-bit just survives and gets that chicken dinner. Those 20 points are very, very, very much important.
Yeah, absolutely. They are very important. But right now, I see, look at the smokes that have been deployed, and looking at the direction of the players, it's kind of like a Mexican standoff, each one not trying to reveal his position, and once it's revealed, you're basically done so. But those grenades being lobbed in through the smoke, are they going to connect? One good knock, and Team Zeus might be in the driver's seat.
This is a bad situation out here for the teams, for a lot of teams if you're talking about it. I mean, the 3 teams are surviving, but for 2, it will be bad. For 1, it will be those 20-pointer mark. But look at this. IC has spotted one, shots him, but those pixels are not just connecting when the tree is right in front of them. When Cronin, he also has to spot some players. Dobson, good cover. Pretty good cover, but can he just take him down? IC might just go down, and here it is. Godless being the one to survive in this situation, and Zeus might be falling slowly and steadily, like Abely is at the backside. Joel is coming up forward just to go for the cover fires, but Godless does not want to stop. Spots one, but till the gun might be going on the reload, and just has 12 bullets. Will he be doing the damage? Nope, does not do enough.
Yeah, not enough to get those knocks, but White will definitely get those knocks in. But look at the circle. How has it shifted? Now it goes in the favors of the players of Team 8-bit.
I mean, they'll be having a game of their life if this goes in their way, and it is going in their way. I mean, both the teams, they have to fight. They have to get inside the circle, all the important stuff. They have numbers game, but Godless, wait, what? All right, he's going for the loot, going for that helmet and everything, but he needs to understand 2 first aids is what he has. Will be popping up 1, no matter what. Needs to pop up a first aid, otherwise it will be a bad situation. Will be dropping down here, and I think, yes, this is where he'll be popping up the first aid for himself, but still 3 teams surviving. Quite a bad situation coming up here, but Team Hell, they have single-digit kills, might go for a double-digit right now, but they'll have to get each and every kill that they can see.
Yeah, absolutely, and Sanchir having spotted out with his MK14. Oh my goodness, the beast has been unleashed over here. Team Zeus, well, Icy still surviving. Well, 8-bit is just down to Cebu. And what could have really favored Team 8-bit has gone against them with the pushes coming in from all different sides. And Omega, there you go, the kills being confirmed. But, well, Icy has been taken down by Thompson. And all the players of Team From Hell are so determined to get those chicken dinners today. And they are looking really promising. They are looking really good. It's Team From Hell versus Team Zeus versus Team 8-bit. Who is gonna get this chicken dinner?
This is a difficult one. White takes on one more, and we'll have to see what the situations come up as White just finishes ably in the situation. Zeus needs to move forward. He's moving up forward out there, but Godless is confirming the kill. Sanchi gets one for himself. Playzone takes on Zeus. It's 8-bit versus Team From Hell. What's gonna happen? The circle was favoring 8-bit, but now the gun should be favoring them. Will it be or will it not? Because right now, as you can see, it's gonna be a 1 versus 4, and Godless is low on health, but he's trying to go for the confirmation. The final confirmation that's just out there. Godless goes down, and Sibo, the final man surviving. Can he take the second one down? Has an AKM with the holographic, needs to reload, puts up a 3 times on his AKM, is removing it if he wants to go for a good fight, but a good grenade will be changing everything. Has a Scarl as well, but no, that was a stun grenade. That was a stun grenade. A good use of a stun grenade coming up there, but was not properly utilized, as you need to move forward, push forward with those stun grenades that's coming up. But what's going to happen right now? Sabo might go down. 1 HP is what he's surviving on. Popping up a first aid right now. Push forward, move forward, and that's where Team From Hell, the aggressive masterminds, come up.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, they've gotten themselves a chicken dinner. And what a way to be back into this tournament. I mean, they were already almost on the top 3 positions. They were holding on to it. Well, that's the chicken dinner that they were lacking.
Yeah.
And finally, they've gotten one for themselves. And in what fashion? But yeah, Zibo did really try up well over there. But last moment, proning down right in front of the enemy lines. I think that's something that he will be working on after this.
I mean, right now, if you're talking about the stuff, yeah, so I
Doesn't matter if you don't get the chicken dinner.
5 kills, 781 damage, man. This guy is a beast right now. I mean, see, this guy has 5 kills, 781 damage. The team had what, 16 kills?
Yeah.
So I wanna see where the other players, because they will be in top 5 players.
Yeah, of course, they are definitely gonna be in the top 5 players. And well, Zeus, they've been quite a revelation lately. You know, when they started off in this PMCO, they were being consistent, getting decent number of kills, like 5-6 kills every single game. But now they're just playing so freely. You know, they kind of realized that yeah, we are qualifying to the finals. Might just as well, you know, get the top position and have a good momentum, and that's how they are rolling. Because the last day we saw them playing, they were dominating, and today as well. Because a Team 8-bit, I do not know how many kills they have. They came second, but Zeus, I think they might just come second in terms of total points.
I mean, the amount of kills that this team had, they might be contesting for a number 2 position, but then we'll have to see the top 5 players. As we were discussing about that, I mean, that's going to be an interesting thing to just talk about. I mean, we saw Zeol out there, but 4 players, they'll be making a lot of difference with the maybe the kill points, but maybe the damage points, you don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's so let's just take a look at the top 5 players and see what we have in store, because I anticipate a few players from Team From Hell and a few players from Team Zeus over there. And there you can see Icy will be following his teammate, and this time Icy has got more damage, and following up will be Ronin, and we also have Octus, but we do have Gray from Team Savage who is dishing out a lot of damage from the backline.
I mean, he took down Noodles to just end that fierce fear, if you have to talk about it. But right now, no one from the winning team. That just shows one thing, that it was just a team effort, because I saw Godless also had 3 or 4 kills. So yeah, the players were doing decent, players were doing good. And Godless was down, well, the other player just stood up to take down the final player out there, Sebo from 8-bit. So yeah, it kind of shows one good thing. And the use of stun grenade. Think about it.
In the open. Well,
and so that was a good thing, right? You just throw something, the opponent will be thinking like, it might be a grenade. I have to go out in the open because I have nothing else to do. That's where it just changed everything.
And then you're blinded right in the open, and then you just get your heads popped. And well, right now let's take a look at the match summary. And I'm really loving this, you know, with the stun grenades being used more often. Every single day we see 2 or 3 stun grenades being used.
So 134 smokes and nades and 1 stun grenade, that makes it 135, I have to say.
And there you go, 4 grenade kills, and a lot of airdrops have been looted.
47 kills, just 47 kills in this match.
Yeah, because we had 15 teams, and a lot of teams kind of got eliminated to the play zone. So the play zone was very wrathful, and well, total knocks 56. That's a decent number. Total headshots 13. That's a very good number. But you know, Team From Hell. So they did quite have a storyline, kind of engaging in the fights right from the rotations whenever it started. The circle obviously favored them up to an extent when it went towards Team 8-bit. But right now, let's take a look at the map standings and see what happened in Erangel, which team got how many points.
And out here, FromHeaven comes up, but then ZeusEsports, yeah, this is what we were talking about, right? 15 kills for the team, 25 points for themselves, 8-bit with 9 as well. I mean, those are good numbers. If you just have a look at it, 8-bit had like, what, 11 or something, they would be contesting for that as well. Like, they would have similar points or something, right? Obviously, ZeusEsports will be second with the number of kills in their hands. Savage Esports coming up on fourth, so that's a good thing. I mean, these 30 points from Hell from Hell Esports is going to be taking them to a good height if you're talking about it. Cosmonaut is ending this table on the 8th position meanwhile.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you take a look at the bottom half of the table and, well, NPJ. So now they just have 3 games remaining and they've got a whole mountain to climb to make sure that they qualify. Getting 2 chicken dinners might just open up the possibility, but still, it's a faint one. But Dynamic GG, well, they've been doing good. If they have to qualify, they have to do better.
So this is what we're talking about, right? NPJ has 3 games remaining.
Yeah.
They're on the last area, right?
Yeah.
But then there's FromHeaven Esports. They also have 3 games remaining, and so it creates a difference.
Yeah, it certainly does create a difference. But now, let's take a look at the kill leaders and see which are those individual players that are outshining this competition. And there you have Black Action from Team Black, and he's been amazing so far. 29 kills. Yesterday he was on quite a roll, but Zeus, I'm pretty sure by the next game he's gonna take the first position.
He will for sure, and 6,000 plus damage, that just comes up. Only 9 points post 6,000, but still, it's good. If we're talking about Wally, he is still out there representing his team on third, and then Godless comes out. And Godless can also, another good game, and Godless might be out on the second or something. We know what he's capable of, but then comes Akshat, who with his charm actually comes up in top 5 right now.
One thing I really love about Zio, look at his average survival time, 22 minutes. I mean, that's a very good number.
That's a winner's survival time.
Yes, he makes sure that he's always in the final circles, get all those kills for his team, all those damage. But as we move on, we have Sanchez, Killer, and then White, and Kubne, and Casper. So Casper has made his way back into the kill leaders. But yes, team from Hell, they've got quite some players. All the players almost making it in the top 10, and that's how dominant this squad has been.
Yeah, that's how ups and downs with this squad. I mean, it has been a dominant squad if we're talking about it. But right now, from Hell with a good chicken dinner, they'll be looking confident because they needed one, they got one.
Yeah, absolutely. That is what they were searching for. But right now, let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how this game has changed the things around the overall table. And there you have From Hell Esports. Finally, we have a number 1 on the winner chicken dinner, but 180 points. But still, we have to consider the fact that ZeusEsports are on the 4th position with just 9 games played.
I mean, yeah, that's important thing. I mean, ZeusEsports they'll be playing today and tomorrow, so they might just go for the first position eventually, if not right now. But by the end of today, if I'm talking about, they'll be contesting for the 2nd position no matter whatsoever, because BlackTeam and ZeusEsports are not playing today.
Yeah, of course. But Team Hype did face a dip over there, but nothing much to really worry about. Team 8-bit, they are rising, up until yesterday they were on the 2nd page. Now they are looking comfortable, they're looking good. But yes, this is the area that we have to talk about. Teams are from 13th and so onwards, and it's such a close competition. And one good game, one bad game can change things around, because all these teams are in the nearby fray. But look at NPJ Ocean. I mean, 13 games played, just 44 points. How difficult is it gonna be for them to make it to the top 15?
Simple answer, a lot, if we're talking about it, right? So, because they just have 3 games, and those 3 games are the decider games. Yeah, at least 2 chicken dinners. They have 31 placement points, 13 kill points. They're creating a palindrome in that situation. But right now, they might be needing opposite, like not the opposite though. They'll be needing still 31, some good placement points for 31, 32, some kill points for today. They need to grab those, and I think they need to grab those in just 3 games.
Yeah, absolutely, and we will have to see that throughout the day if they can do that. But right now, we will be heading out for a short little break, and on the other side, we have the action coming in from Sanhok for you guys. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020, the Wildcard Region, where the semi-final stages are going on. And today is going to be the last day from the teams from Group A to prove their potential and make it to the top 15 to qualify into the finals. But right now, what we have in front of us is Sanhok. So, Ocean, what are you expecting? How do you think the circle is going to go about this time around?
I know it all. See, sometimes it depends on the flight path. Sometimes it does not at all depend on the flight path or something. But then there's a rule with circles in Sanhok.
Yeah.
If by the third circle there's no rivers inside the circle, that means if there are rivers till the third circle, that means there's a hardship expected. So that's quite a rule that just happens. So we'll have to see if the circle's on the inner side rivers or on the outer side shores. You know, those two possibilities just come up. So I'll be much more excited. And there we have the flight part right in front of us. If we're talking about it, coming up from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, the Lakavi area is going to be the final drop-off.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of dissecting the map into two parts over there. But yes, we never have troubles in landing off at our favorite drop locations. And, well, a lot of teams kind of tend to engage in Paradise Resort. And we have seen in the past that a lot of teams, in fact, prefer boot camp.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know Earth, right?
Yes.
So what do you call Earth is flat or is Earth sphere?
Earth is flat.
All right. Well, the first circle out here, right, coming right in front of us is going to be on the northern side. And so this one kind of favors the Camp Alpha-ish side, but also the right-hand side. The topmost, the Tatmok-ish right-hand side, right? From the Hathin's right-hand side, those are going to be the favorable areas. But now, this is all the three tributaries inside of it.
Yes.
So it might show a hardship of the third circle, but till then the circle will be going up no matter what happens. So yeah, it's going to be a generic one.
You know, now that you've mentioned the term generic, we have seen this kind of circles so many times now, and it has been quite a roller coaster. Sometimes the circle tends to go just a bit down on the slopes, and sometimes we've seen on different occasions has gone all the way up to Hathin. And sometimes, most of the times, in fact, it stays all the way up above where the players of CenterLink Esports are. So we'll have to see. But really, if you ask me where I want it to go, it will obviously be somewhere towards Khao area. But that is not going to be really possible. Maybe it might go towards WatchmyGP. But let's see. Quite an interesting circle. All the teams have to make those early rotations in.
That's going to be true, but that comes from a man who says Earth is flat, so yeah, that's something. Well,
yes,
moving forward out here with the games that we are talking about, as you can see, we still have quite a lot of time for the first circle to come in, right?
Yeah, of course.
So that means the teams that are on the southern side, not much southern side, but GoodBoys, like the Kampong-ish area, they have a lot of time to loot, they have a lot of time to, rotate. All right, talk about Team Heaven on the Camp Charlie side. They have a lot of time for themselves to move up.
Yeah, of course. But, talking about Team NPJ, well, they've got an initial knock, and that's a good start for them. And Noodles being taken down from Team Fear, that's a big knock for them. And, well, NPJ, we did anticipate that for them to qualify, they at least need 2 chicken dinners and 1 more good game in the third one, which is a huge task, but it's not impossible. We've seen this happen in the past, but it all comes down to how good you are with handling pressure.
That's really true. Well, we'll have to see how the situations just come up slowly and steadily. NPJ moving forward, and NPJ, we're talking about it. So what do you think they should be doing right now? I mean, see, we get the answer, go YOLO, but don't you think going YOLO will also be, might just take them down or something, might just take them to a bad situation or something?
Yeah, but, what do you have to lose at this particular moment? Either ways, you will get eliminated. So it's just better if you just commit and give your best, give your all in, and then die. At least you'll have a peaceful sleep that you tried over there. Because, if things are not working out with the way you're playing, of course, a change in strategy might just work out in your favor. You never know. It's, of course, it's now too late to take those risky plays. But, yeah, what you have got to do, what you have to. But right now, if you talk about the teams, Team Requiem is making an early rotation towards the left-in island. And, well, Thompson has managed to spot down Sweta. Well, Sweta did want to go in for that pickup truck, and now will just get exploded from it.
Oh, so far it's been a hell of a ride right now with the players. But WMG, why are they just coming with 3 players every time they play? And they're you know just playing the game right now. I mean that thing just surprises me. Thompson on the other side. So from hell, they have done amazing in the previous game. We'll be trying to continue that. And Godless, I mean, he would like to go to the top. If not the top, then would like to stay in top 2 or something for the kill leaders or something. We'll have to see about those situations as well. But well, for now, Shweta bites the dust as Godless finishes Shweta off.
Yeah, of course. And right now, we have to say, see what is gonna happen over here. Well, the players of WatchmyGP, they are doing good right as of now. But Special, he's just peeking around. And Sanche, he just might spot him any single moment. We just have to see what is going to go on right now. Well, WatchmyGP, they are in a high ground position. And Sanche might just be in the receiving end.
Special is looking good right now. Special is going to be thinking about the situations like what went wrong right now. You know, just losing one player, and then Sengi as well, like on the other side, on the back end, as Sengi is trying to move forward to give an adequate cover out there to Sweda. If that happens, good for good. But look at this. All right, so Special just has 1 medkit. I mean, will be helping him. But after that, if his health goes down in the fight or something, it might be a bad situation. It has a QBZ that has a bad sight height, if we're talking about it, and has a vector. That's good, but not as effective right now in these situations. Sometimes we'll tell Thompson on the other side, trying to take the fight, but Godless falls down. Godless will be finished. Godless bites the dust.
Yeah, of course, and that's a bad start for team from hell over there. But White lobbing that grenade over there. Oh, connects onto its really, yeah.
That was a very good one. That was a very good one. But right now, he knows where Dawes is as well. Like, obviously, Dawes was doing good shots. So do you think the second time is going to be a charm as well? Nope. All right. It was a lot overcooked. But look at T-Man. Look at T-Man's health. He's also on low HP. He goes down by Sengi. So third party is coming up right away right now. C-Man has been taken down by WMG Sengi. And out here, Dawes and Relly have been taken down. And Gray falls down as White gets 3 kills in this one.
Yeah, of course. You know, this is the best thing about Team From Hell. They do not just rely on Godless. Every single player in the squad is capable of wiping out an entire squad. And there you go. Again, it has been, has been displayed. And they've been doing that on multiple occasions. But, well, if you talk about Team NPJ, they are rotating around Bhana, and that can be really fruitful for them. But let's see what is going to be happening for this particular squad, as these matches are going to decide their fate. And, well, it does not look really good for them, but let's see, anything can happen.
So far, Mr. Alex is moving forward. And yeah, previous game was decent, but then they lost the fight at the ferry pier. So I would love to see what happens in this one. Right now, we're talking about the airdrops. The first has AUG, and I would say AUG is kind of a gun that's made specifically for Sanhok right now, with the way people use it alongside a suppressor. A suppressed AUG is always a good gun, right?
Yeah, of course. But you know, still. I believe AUG, it's like you love to say, it's kind of a luxury. You just don't need that weapon too much. But if you have it, then yeah, why not?
It's quite a gun. See, you know how to control the recoil of 5.56. It's easy for you, and unlike M4 or something, without any attachments as well, it'll be good. It's still a good weapon, and that's one good thing about it. But then Evil Lord, oh my god, he was moving to 8-bit side, had to take up a U-turn, but has been caught up in the meanwhile. His one tire has been burst out, but on the other side, Hades will also go down. Akshat has spotted a few players, still not shooting. Now he is going for a traced out shots. Both the tires have been burst out, but still no damage to the player. Now Hades goes down as Octus starts it. 23 damage 2 times, but the revival will be coming in. But 8-bit, are they going to do this time? Are they going to go for a chicken dinner? I mean, the way they are starting it, 2 kills in the name, surely looks like it.
Yeah, of course. And Team 8-bit, well, they've gotten 2 kills already, like you mentioned. And now they've spotted down Evil Lord. And members of Team Fair are in such troubles. But, oh, this might be a risky maneuver. And, oh, it did manage to safely land. But there you go. Backup coming in. That's a good sign of synergy amongst the players. You know, they know what they're doing. That was not a very reckless move. Could have been. But Omega really coming in for the rescue.
I mean, the risk pays off in the situation we're talking about. And that too in a good way. Zeus, I see, is on the top-notch area. But from there, he'll have to spot the players. 8-bit Saber still just sitting out there and trying to spot the other players. Obviously, everyone's just trying to spot, and the loot has been done. Now is the time for moving, and movements just going on slowly and steadily. When talking about the time, We have 9 minutes in the frame right now, and we'll slowly and steadily be hitting the 10 minutes mark. And once we hit the 10 minutes mark, it's going to be the first circle closing in. And look at that, look at that, look at that. IC has spotted Sebo, has spotted Akshat. Still is going for the trigger discipline. Had he had a car 98 or maybe something else, he might have taken one down. But Akshat, his health is low. He goes down by ably, actually, but still, the confirmation needs to arrive.
Yeah, of course. And I actually love this name, Abeliamo. Gets you that.
He was being called ably just in the last time when me and Johnny were casting him in the previous one.
Yeah.
His name was just Zeus Ably. I guess emo is something he added up as an emotional or something. I don't know.
No, it's it still adds up that kick, the Abeliemo. It gives you that pleasure of calling yourself Spanish. So why not? So right now, or Mexican, but
Mama Magaleon.
Okay.
Well, if we're moving forward the fights, look at this. So the circle's going on to the left-hand side, mostly Camp Alpha-ish side. If we're talking about the areas or something, but for sure, what's going to happen slowly and steadily, that's going to be some important task right now. We are Hey MF once again inside the water areas, knows how to survive. Last time the team had 7 placement points, but 0 kill points. I would love to see what happens this time. I mean, will they go for the kills, or will they just once again go for the survival status or something? Like, that's going to be a difficult one to just counter out, but still, it's needed. And on the Painan side, it's going to be TYG as they are moving up forward, but they'll be meeting Team From Heaven. And Team From Heaven, last time when they fought From Hell, it was Hell's turn.
Yeah, of course. And, we've seen quite some engagements between these two teams, and has been going either ways. Sometimes Team From Heaven wins, sometimes it's Team From Hell. But right now, Team Zeus, well, they have spotted down the players of CenterLink, and they were right in the open with the pants off. And now that the players of Zeus have caught them off guard, and Abeliemo will definitely strike, and Voyage goes down. And Unsolved comes in for the rescue, but will not be there in time. And as a result of which, CenterLink Esports have taken a casualty.
I mean, this is looking decent out here if I have to talk, but they have to go to the northern side if we are talking about it, right? So IC is trying to spot the players first. CenterLink might be in a lot of trouble with the placement points as well. Yesterday, they had a chicken dinner. Yeah. But then the second game, the next one that they played, they went down on, 16th position, right? So it's like not every day Sunday that they know the hard way. But still, they'll have to be much more cautious this time. On the other side, Yala from Dynamic Gaming takes down one, but he goes down as well and gets finished by Spooky in an instance.
Yeah, of course. But, talk about Team From Hell. They're looking good. And of course, they've lost out on Godless, and that's a blow. But still, they know how to survive with whatever they have. Sanhok, it's all about being unpredictable. It's all about not overextending those fights. It's about knowing when to engage and when to disengage, and having the perfect covers. If you've got all these basics right, then nothing really can stop you from winning on this particular map. Of course, you have to put away those snakes. You can't do anything about them. Not just snakes. We have a lot of creatures in the rainforest. We have scorpions. We have those creepy little buggers that really do not make any movement. They just let you pass by. So it's not just snakes that, even if it's snakes, it's variety of them. Some really like to stay prone in. Some just let you pass, or if it's a mamba, it goes in right on your face. Or if if it's an anaconda, might just wait and throw a few grenades onto it. A lot of possibilities open up.
You talk too much. Well, right now we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I get paid for.
I get paid more. Let's see. Wiz is out here on this area. Spooky and Monkey are on the middle area. So right now, Dynamic Gaming squad, they might just go for a good fight. Like, see, Heavens, they are in a house, right?
Yeah.
If they have to come out to take down Wiz, suppose they knock Wiz, there's one player behind that'll be spraying them from the back end side. So I would say they are kind of in a stalemate situation right now.
Yeah, of course. But, this is the circle that I've been actually waiting for. We do see a kerfuffle between the players of Team From Heaven and Dynamic Gaming. That might happen. That's a certain possibility. But, Teammate Bit, they are in a good position. They can rotate around things wherever it goes. They are in that junction, to be honest. And, now is the moment of truth. Well, let's see.
Well, the moment of truth, the drum rolls coming up, and yes, so the circle still has the water areas. That means next one will be the hard shift area. Like it might go that side. If it's going on to the right side, we'll understand. Like there will be water areas for
What
sure.
if it goes towards Cosmonaut? That would be funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, if it goes to the right hand side, there will still be water area, but we'll be sure, we'll be like pretty sure that it's going to the land side on the right hand area. But we'll have to see what happens in the water areas right now. As Team 8-bit is moving forward, just like we were saying that their rotation is good. They are sticking up to that rotation, but still 13 teams surviving and 50 seconds, like 55 seconds. And this is the stalemate situation that this team has to come out of. Goes for a smoke. Wiz out there. I mean, Wiz can easily shoot them down if it comes. Like, here's a good cover once they're in the open.
What's wrong with Team FromHeaven? They just have 2 players. Are they even allowed?
Ego's out here, as you can see, once he's fighting, and Monk is out there as well. We'll have to see how the situation just come up in the scenario. And I think using painkillers, and now Team Heaven knows 2 sides is what is wrong with them, but here, Ego is the one who might be in the wrong situation. Like when the circle comes, it's going to hit Ego first. But GoodBoys Shaq takes down Riaz Beyonder. But Gorang, on the other hand, takes down Shaq as well. But Beyonder is finished. So yeah, the fights are starting on the other areas as well. But 10 seconds, 10 more seconds. And White Grenade, oh my god, Nikesh! That was a good damage.
Yeah, that was a good damage, but it's still not game over right now. And Nikesh will have to use up all those boosters that he has, but it's gonna be in vain because White, courtesy to that grenade, gets a beautiful knock over there. And now Nepal Esports are in a whole world of trouble, losing out on their best player right from the start. And this is gonna be very, very tough situation for this team. But well, Nepal Esports, they are still holding on, and well, they have the fences, they have enough covers, but they have to be really wary of all those grenades being locked onto them. And Sarkar is going in for a flank. Can be fruitful if he manages to spot down White, but Myunke finally spotting down dynamic GG's players, Ego and Wiz over there. Wiz has been knocked, so they can just try and go push in, but White, he is trying to overextend over there, has managed to spot down Unsolved from CenterLink. And this is what we love about Team FromHeaven. They can disengage from another fight and just engage in one more.
They look good for the fights and they can just go for it, but we'll have to see Sanchi this time as an MT4. Last time we saw what he did with the Kar 90 at the quick scope headshot that just came up. Right now Sanchi is looking for another one and Sarkar might be out there, but this time, alright, Enemy Gaming is in a lot of trouble as Heaven. They made a good call just by moving up forward, and this call is going to be something that's going to be looking really, really, really good for them in the run, if you're talking about it. But well, just look at this. Sanchi just trying to put some shots, is doing good. Misses a few, but does not care about it because he knows how to end this game. But the next one is going to be the circle, because the circle is going to be the most important thing in this fight. But Ego, barely survives this one, but the fight's happening outside the zone. Once the number 4 circle hits up, the damage will be catastrophic.
Yeah, of course. And right now, let's see, Team Heaven, the players are actually trying to make it inside the circle. And, you know, I do not know if even if the points are going to be, you know, counted over there. Because I believe what really would have happened in the situation is that one of their players just failed to get into the lobby and was stuck over there. So, let's see, it depends upon the management as to how they are going about it. But right now, well, this is a circle that we've been privy to even in the past, and Heart-10 circle might be going out there. But what we really would love, you know, what would really spice things up right now, if it goes out in the open, and that is exactly where CenterLink Esports would love to be at this moment.
I mean, this time the circle goes for a left side hardship. That just means, like, you know, the Heart-10 southern area is going to be an important one for the fights. For the next ones, well, Toxic is moving forward as well right now with Akash, Sarkar, all the players surviving, but Nikesh takes down the Smoko and Gangsky from the CenterLink Esports. That's going to be a bad one, but Special, oh, he goes down in the situation, and WatchmyGP gets eliminated.
Yeah, of course. And, well, we have to see. WatchmyGP, they've been eliminated. Right now, Team Hale, they are making a move. And, well, they'll make it inside the circle. But before that, they will have to deal with the players of Nepal Esports. And they've been having a fair game. And I really want to see how this fight is going to erupt when these two teams go against each other. Well, talking about Team CenterLink, they are in a bit of a pickle with their players getting taken down by the members of Team Zeus. But Sarkar, he has spotted down the players, and this is the perfect opportunity for Team Nepal Esports to really strike over there. They did manage to get Nikesh back on feet, so this might be promising for this team.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, this looks a bit promising, but well, moving forward right now as Ego takes on Heaven Munga and the fight was still going on. That means Team Heaven is once again now in a bit of trouble as Spooky is the one that will be surviving in the situations. But for now, we'll have to see how the situations just move forward as Akash, Circa, Team from Hell. And Team from Hell, mind you, they lost Godless at the very start and they are still trying to survive without him. And I would say they are doing decent right now. As you said, this team does not just, depend on one player. They have their all-team gameplay, and that just comes up really good.
Yeah, of course. And right now, Provel will get that knock on the players of NPJ. And, they are kind of in the receiving end right now. Team Requiem are getting the better out of them. And this is certainly not where they want to see themselves right now. Already Susopoki taken down. And there you go. Water also going down to their 2 men. And Godang, he is still surviving. But still in those red HP. He came out to take some oxygen. But with that, he again has to prone in and swim. So let's see how far can he really make it.
Yeah, some situations look quite a bit bad out here for the players if we are talking about it. But right now, Wax, he was a bit low on his HP, still survives, still is out there, does not care about it. So that kind of seems good, kind of seems decent right now with the players, with the situations that are happening. We'll have to see how it just comes up slowly and steadily. But while the players are trying good to go for the fights and the situations. We'll see what happens. But Icy falls down on his own and gets knocked.
In Sanhok it happens. We've seen a lot of players really surviving those falls and a lot of players really falling off carelessly. But Kodang, he'll be eliminated by the players of Cosmonauts. And Legend, he is having quite a show tonight. And, Amit Sama. He is peeking out, has spotted down the players of Team NPJ. Nans and Wax, they are just swimming. And this might just be the last swim in Sanhok for this squad. But Provel on the other side gets a kill onto its Wax confirmed. But right now we have a fight erupting between the players of Team Nepal Esports and Team from Hell. And Team from Hell are in trouble right now. Toxic are really trying to go in, taking a bit of a damage. Will spray on. Sanchit goes down. This is the perfect opportunity to strike. And yes, they do. And Team Nepal Esports have managed to take down Team from Hell Esports in fashion.
We'll be having a new winner this time as a consecutive winner just falls down. On the other side, Zeus Icy. Oh my god, spots one, takes one from 8-bit. Akshat falls down as well from Abely. Oh, this team is doing wonders right now. 8-bit has 5 kills, but Sabo and Omega are still surviving. What's going to happen? Can they just come out of this area, this black hole that just sits out here? We'll have to see how the situation just come up, but Sabo still surviving. Has spotted Zeol. Is still not shooting right now. Needs to go for a perfect plan. The perfect plan is a good grenade. A good grenade might just go down, but on the other side, Icy's grenade is on the left-hand side area, but Ably doing the damage, spotting players, finishing them out, hunting people. That's what they do best. FromHeaven gets eliminated. Out here, Soul has been spotted. Saber goes down, and yes, it is. One final player. Omega will be the one that's surviving, but he is inside the circle. And Team Zeus. Oh, Evelimo goes down as Sarkar was out there. Now it's Zeol's turn. Has to give a revive. Has to do it fast because in less than 30 seconds, he has to give revive to 2 players. They have to fall down. They have to get inside the circle. They have to get inside the fight where 8-bit Omega is waiting for them. That's the storyline.
Yeah, so easy said than done. And now they have to take the plunge, the leap of faith, and just pray that they survive. And with all the teams looking at them, good luck. But right now, still, they are doing what they are supposed to, and they've given those revives. But, oh my goodness, Cosmonaut, they are playing on all cylinders. And Legend, of course, being taken down right now. Let's see how Cosmonaut changes things around. But right now, Team Zeus has to make a decision. And there you go. The leap of faith comes in, and yes, the boys do manage to survive just to be taken down by Sarkar.
That is something. Everyone comes down this time. Might just go down this one. Icy's still surviving. Oh my god, they did it. They actually made it. Oh no, they did not make it. No, they did not make it. 8-bit Omega, the one who knew how to, just stand on his feet. He does it. Icy is the one that's surviving. Needs to give revive to Zeol as well. And we know if Zeol survives, he survives for good right now. But now, moving inside the circle is challenge. 18 meters. 18 meters is a big challenge. Popping up a first in the wrong time might be a bad decision right now. Gets more first aid. Needs to pick them up. No, he does not. He did not pick those first aids up, did he?
Yeah, he did. He did in the last nick of time when he just cancelled that first hit on himself. Took it and went into the circle and just proned in. And now we just are down to our last final 4 teams. We have Omega from Team 8-Bit surviving, but this has been quite a run for the players of Team Cosmonaut. They've been under the radar, but have been getting a lot of kills. We did not see them in action so yet, but on the kill feeds, they were constantly popping up, taking all those knocks. Now they have 3 of their players alive, but the grenades from Toxic have come in. Probably taking quite some damage over there. But Nikesh, look at him. He does not really care. But, well, the circle has somehow favored the players of Team Zeus and Omega. He'll be a happy man having the only shack inside the circle. But one good grenade or a Molotov through the door might change things around for him. But Nikesh, well, he's just struggling, you know. Someone come to save him already.
It might change things, might change it for good or for bad. 4 teams surviving, 8 players remaining in this situation. Cosmonauts might be going for a good chicken dinner if they have a good area for themselves, and Blancos is going for the Grenadier title for himself. This time, if we are talking about the names, 8-Bit is still out here. I mean, they are trying to pull off another hype.
Yeah, of course, they are certainly doing that. And, well, they all have to do is survive right now. Blancos will get that kill confirmed onto its Toxic. But Circa being the last man alive, and Cosmonaut, what? They just got eliminated.
Oh, that happened. 8-Bit gets eliminated as well. Zeus, I see this time. Oh my god, is this guy doing wonderful stuff? Yes, he is. This situation goes up in a 1 versus 1. Did Zeus win? Yes, they did.
Yeah, I mean, what an amazing chicken dinner coming out from the players of Zeus. I mean, they had one hell of a roller coaster ride in this match. You know, literally taking jumps, those leaps of faith, and then taking a lot of damage, being taken down from Nepal Esports. But eventually, they take their revenge. The revenge is real. The dish was served well cold out there. And finally, they did manage to back in that chicken dinner. And Zeus, oh my goodness.
Zeus, I see becoming the MVP. 6 kills, 785 damage, 4.51 kilometers of distance covered, 24 minutes of survival time. I would say taking a fight with 8-Bit was a good decision and bad decision at the same time.
Okay.
Like, they won that fight, but they lost their players. Had they had more players surviving, the kill numbers would have gone up. Like, they could have taken other players as well, because it would have been 3 different heads, 3 different brains thinking at the battlefield at that time. But, well, right now they won.
Doesn't matter. They still got the chicken dinner.
So it's good, but it went bad. Like, the numbers would have
could
increased.
have been bad. In fact. Yeah, but there you go. You know, Team Zeus really playing their cards right. And, you know, this is what we both love about Team Zeus and players like from Hell. They kind of trust each other so much. They know that even if they have just that one player surviving, they can still back it, you know. We just got a glimpse of that, you know, when he was going in for the first aid. His teammate came in, Zeus just came in, and he knew that there's no possible chance on earth that he could give a res onto him. Just gave away his first aid in case he needed it. But right now, let's take a look at the top 5 players and see which are the ones who will be joining Icy in the fray.
I mean, it's going to be wide out there. 6 kills, 5 kills, and 3 kills for 3 players. Sabo, I mean, 8-Bit had a decent run in this one. I mean, they are doing good. If we're talking about it, slowly and slowly just pulling off the numbers in a good way. Brawl as well out there, and then Legend being the Legend number 5 with 3 kills, 381 damage. Look at this, 396, 381, quite close for the 2 players of Cosmonauts. 649 for Sabo with 3 kills, but 641 with 5 kills, and 785 with 6 kills. Use Icy. Totally deserves that MVP tag.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, we have to talk about Team Cosmonauts, Brawl and Legend. They played so well. They've been silent for quite some time. There are games when they just play out of their minds, but then there are those games when they just vanish and they're not that much visible. But this time around in Sanhok, they were in constant engagements. We unfortunately could not really witness all those fights because so much was going on in those final circles. But now, let's take a look at the match summary and see how the numbers have fared so far. So, let's see. Okay, 87 smokes.
For 48 knocks and 51 kills, if you're just looking at that number. 87 smokes and nades, yeah, no stuns this time, but still, 48 knocks.
Well, it was Sanhok. It had a lot of last moment curveballs. A lot of players were taken down in the final circle. So everyone was kind of confused where the circle is supposed to go at. And well, that is the storyline. A few of the players were missing. One team was not really playing. So yeah, of course, 48 knocks is justified. 3 grenade kills and 3 airdrop looted. I mean, when I see these numbers in Sanhok, especially in such a small map, and still the players are actually risking their lives to go in for those airdrops, that's a ballsy move.
That's a very ballsy move, the way it actually is, has happened. If you're talking about the frequent pass that has happened in Sanhok right now. But still, we talked about the players, we talked about everything, we talked about the summary as well. I want to see where this match's overall this match is standing gets up to the overall standing scores. 8-bit. If nothing, they'll be out there in top 7 or something in the overalls.
Of course. They've already made it, and they're just going to get further up. But now, let's take a look at the map standings and see how things fared off in Sanhok in terms of points. And, well, there you go. ZeusEsports getting the chicken dinner. 9 kills and 29 points for themselves. Second position going towards the players of Nepal Esports with 7 kills and 21 points. So, Nepal Esports, they've also been phenomenal, wiping out the likes of Team From Hell.
You gotta give it to NPJ as well. Like, they survived for decent, if not for good.
Is that
now
enough?
yeah, exactly. That's the thing. But now they have just 2 games remaining, so they'll have to survive more and get more kill points. Like, if they're surviving with 7 placement points, needs to go for 14. If they're surviving with 3 kills, they need to go for 6 or something. Double the amount. Might just make up a miracle or something if you're looking for it. But well, right now, moving forward. From 9 to 16, if you're talking about that, I mean, 15 teams were out there. CenterLink Esports, another bad game for them.
Yeah, of course. And CenterLink Esports, they dropped off at Camp Alpha. They had a good chance to capitalize on things. They just did not do it. They did not play their cards right. And same can be said for Team Fear. All their players are being picked off one by one, and up until the point where they were just eliminated from the lobby. But Team From Heaven, oh my goodness, they were playing with just their 2 players, but still a decent outing. 4 placement points. That's a good number. They did survive for quite some long time.
Yeah, overall it went decent, it went good, it went, we talk about the teams, we talk about the games. Some teams have good, some have bad, some have ugly, some have crazy games, and it just comes up in wildcard altogether.
That's the beauty of this region. When it started, it's the culmination of teams from different countries, different areas, different subcontinents. So that's about to happen. You bring in your own meta, you bring in your own style of gameplay, and that's the best part about Wildcard Region. We have seen games that can go extremely slow. Sometimes games go really, really fast. But right now, let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how these teams have changed after this particular game. And Team From Hell Esports, 14 games played. They still stand at the Tiberi top position, but there you go. ZeusEsports with 4 games less are just 3 points behind.
I mean, they're 3 points behind. The next game might be theirs. I mean, they had a really good run in this one, getting their second chicken dinner. Black Team is going down. ZeusEsports as well. I mean, they'll be coming back tomorrow. But Team 8-bit, top 5 is where they are today. By the end of today, might just go for the top 3. They will go for the top 3, not even might
I think a chicken dinner is inevitable if they need that top 3, because they'll be done with all the games. And
if they get a chicken in the next one, they'll already be in the top 3, right? 20 points for the placement, and then 3, 4. They'll get 4 kills at least, right?
Let's just say 8, 9, and of course they can do it, but still they have to make sure that they eliminate all those squads above them first. But yes, going down the line, we can see a few teams struggling, and definitely a name that I want to point out is Team From Heaven. They are letting the game slip. They still have a lot of games to be played, but sitting at 88 points, I expect this team to be in the top 5.
I'm talking about Team Fear. Have a look at this. They're at 14th position. They are playing today. Still they have a red marker. If you're playing on the final day when your games are about to turn 16, you still have a red marker. That's a bad thing, right? You should be having a green marker because you are playing unlike some other teams that are resting today.
Yeah, of course. And talk about teams resting. Where on earth are the players of Team Bear? We haven't. 2 games have passed by and we haven't seen them out. And still they are sitting in quite a comfortable position. We're on the 8th position.
That's a miracle of this game. Like you've done your homework.
Still there, stay there.
Yeah, you've done your homework, and it doesn't matter right now. We have done everything. Might as well take a day off or something.
Of course, I think that's what they are doing, being so confident that they will be qualifying for sure for the finals. But we will see as all the games commence. But right now, we will be heading out for a short little break. And on the other side, we will have the actions coming in from the frozen tundras of Vikendi for you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020, the Wildcard Region, and the semi-final stages are on, where teams from Group A are gonna have their final games today, and it's just 2 more games remaining. And well, Team NPJ had a decent outing, but just those 10 points. But right now, let's not further delay any further, and let's just segue into the game and see how this one is gonna turn out.
Yes, ladies and boys and girls, right from Dino Park's area, we are going to Peshkova's area. We're talking about Villa, Portboso, Mount Kresnik, Castle, Towa. Like, it's kind of a central flight path. That means it can go either way, and we know what Vikendi is famously famous for, right?
Yep, but not a lot of very drastic circles that I get to see these days. Yeah, of course, once in a while it kind of throws off, but we have kind of been accustomed to it, and now it's no more a
we're
surprise.
used to it. Now
Yeah, it's no more a surprise. If it goes all the way to its port, yeah, it's just a port circle. If it goes all the way to its Dobromesto, we haven't been taken aback. But what really sets us apart in this map is we just pray that teams tend to get. We just hope, or we just pray that please teams fight it just a bit faster, get into engagements, because the more you delay things till the end, the more trouble you will be having traversing around or trying to take the map control in the fights. But Dino Park Circle.
It's a good one, I would say, and it's good for Team Bear, right? They are playing.
They playing?
Yeah, they are playing, and with this, we get back to the 16-team lobby. They did come down to play, but they already have a fight in their hands. I mean, this is a time to go forward, but look at this. Pistol in the hands of Viz. That was a bad decision to just go into the fight.
Yeah, of course. That definitely was a bad decision. But, well, if you talk about Team Dynamic, they have been kind of a bit off lately. Getting a few knocks here and there, but still, if you talk about the dominating bunch, they're not yet counted. But, well, you can always change things around. 1 or 2 good fights, you're good to go. But right now, they are in an engagement with the players of Team Bear, who finally decided to show up. Whoa.
Yeah, the Bears are here. Like, let's just call them polar bears, because they're just showing up in Vikendi and not in the other circles and all those things.
Yeah, actually, it makes sense.
Everything I say makes sense.
No.
You know. Well, talking about the...
I know, that's why I said no.
Shut up. Well, talking about the further games... Well, talking about the further games and everything out here. So, Dynamic, like this team has struggled quite a bit.
Yeah.
With the games, with the stuff. So, what do you think, like... They are qualifying. They are not. It's kind of a haywire situation for them. So what do you think they're lacking, and what do you think they are doing good? Like, what do you think they don't need to change, and what do you think they need to change right now?
Well, they need to change a lot of things, with how they position themselves in the fight. It's quite a mainstream explanation. Every single team has to get their basics right, and that's where a few of the teams are lacking. If we've casted a lot of different regions, we know how the South Asian teams play, how the Southeast Asian teams play, how the Indian teams play. So everyone has kind of their basics right already. The competition level up there, I must say, it's fair. Like, I'm not just comparing them with the Chinese teams right now, because they are on a different league altogether. But what they can do right now, what all these teams can do right now, is just get the basics right, get the positioning right, they make their rotations right, always use the vehicles, and most importantly, always respect the circle.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, right? You need to respect the circle no matter what ever happens in any way, shape, or form right now. So teams are trying to move forward. They came, but they came with just 3 people. So that also gets up as a bad thing, a good vibe. I don't know, whatever you can call it right now. But then there are a lot of teams on the northern side. In this circle, if you're talking, there's just 5 teams inside the circle. Make it 4.5, and rest other teams are outside the circle.
Yeah, of course. And now this is where you have to be very clever with your rotations, right? What usually all these teams do when they find quite a drastic circle is they just rotate in really early and hold on to the center position. But we'll get to it in just a bit of time. But the players of Team Cosmonaut, well, you do not come into their territory. As their team's name goes, they are destined for this drop location. And CenterLink Esports already making those mistakes and have already lost out on one of their players. Just those two players remain. And now, Cosmonauts, if they are aware of how many players are playing, they can just push in right now. The whole squad pushing on 4 guys. That's a good exchange of numbers. That's a good advantage in their side. But Voyage and Smoke are really holding on to their positions. Let's see. The players of Team Cosmonauts are actually trying to kind of form a claw over here. We'll just have to see if they manage to pinch them down or not.
That's true. That's true. That's true. In the area of Cosmodrome, when there are so many open areas to play with and play against, it might just create a lot of distraction. But Musket, all right. So Bear just arrived and they started roaring and growling in the situations. As you can see, their names out there, and Voyage is trying to spot the players from CenterLink. I mean, will have to see something good from this team sometime soon, because we were talking about it, and oh my God, see, the players were right in front of them. But still, they missed quite a few shots. But Sandu goes down, and the Cosmonauts might be in a lot of trouble. And this might be the game that CenterLink needs for a good, decent start. But okay, Blancos as well. So this is where CenterLink is really shining. But look at this, a wall breakthrough just coming up out here. Bullets don't go up against the wall, but the players can. And Legend, solo surviving Legend, doing everything for the pride of his team to stay alive.
Yeah, of course. But one good grenade onto its Smoko, that can be a game changer. And, Legend has finally figured out, will be deploying that Molotov into perfection. And Smoker taking so much damage, he's just gonna burn. Roll, my friend, roll over there in the icy lands. Just roll. But yeah, somehow he survives. But, will he get that heal up back in time? That's definitely gonna be the question over here. Utilizing the Tommy gun to perfection, but no. Still a very, very valiant effort. But now Legend does remember that he's got a teammate that he has got to revive. He goes in for the rev. But a lot of mistakes were made by the players of Team Cosmonauts over there, trying to overextend in the fights, just go one by one, and Smoko did punish them with his Tommy gun.
I mean, yeah, that was truly out there. But in the situations, meanwhile, WMG is looking a bit haywire. I mean, they are in the open. They are being naded on. They have smokes on their either side. We're talking about it, but Bear, this team might be sandwiched from two different teams from two different sides inside the circle. That's where they are. But yes, the sandwich comes up. Yalla takes down one, and Bear is in a lot of trouble. This squad is in a lot of trouble. Arimun is trying to spot the players, but right now, no luck favoring him.
Yeah, of course, no luck really favoring him. But the players of Team Bear, Dominga is knocked out. He'll get that revive on, but they have to still engage with the players of Dynamic Gaming, and this man disadvantage will definitely hurt them. And look at the position of the players of Dynamic GG. They have positioned themselves quite too far from each other, and this is where I have complaints about. You know that you are different. You're split up. You've got a good vision, but where's the cover? In fact, if you get knocked, who's gonna come and save you? But Special, oh my goodness, that's a ballsy play, and yes, he will get the fruits over there, and gets that knock, gets that confirmation, and Team Bear, they're just down to last two members.
Oh, this is going to be a difficult one, a tricky one, a tough one for the team, but a lot of less number, a lot less HP is what he has and has to get in. Oh my God, Saint! Oh, no. He was trying to save himself in a good situation, but got caught off, and Yalla gets the first for his name in Vikendi. The first kill that he gets has 17 bullets, will have to reload, and Bear, they came, but they never came to lose, and that's what it's showing right now.
Yeah, of course. The entire burden comes down to its Mosket. He's just the last member surviving. surviving. And he's got his eyes onto different directions, and any single moment, the players of Dynamic GG can just make that push on towards him. And he might take down one, he might take down two, but he has to be really careful if he wants to clutch things around. But Yalla, he is oblivious of the fact that Mosket is just inside that dumpster truck, and this is a perfect opportunity to just strike, but showing some trigger discipline. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's definitely gonna hurt.
But look at this grenade. You
Let
know
it simmer.
it's a good grenade, right? You know it's a good grenade. It's a good grenade, and yes, it is. Kobe, that's what they call it. But now just going with a good molly on the areas of Vikendi, or I don't know, but the molly did not do much. But the grenade did.
Imagine Yala's emotions right now. He had cover, right? He had
But the
cover.
cover was from the other side, not the other side, and that's what it is.
I mean, where did it come from, guys? Guys, someone is over there. Someone, maybe in the pickup truck. Oh, there you go. There you go. Ego does manage to spot him out, and he might just get knocked. And yes, he does. And now Mosket, he knows this is his time to shine. But well, with that grenade, well managed to get that final finish. And there you go. Down goes Team Bear.
I mean, yeah, they did go down, but for now, we'll have to hear how the situations just come up. As you can see out here in these situations, as Wiz gives up a revive, one coming up, the second coming up, and then he has to move forward, because that's important if I'm talking about like that. But well, the players are trying to spot each other, and Zeul. All right, so Zeul surviving this time. We know what he is capable of. I mean, if I have to talk about it, the number, the name in the top kill leaders.
Yeah, of course, and he has earned it for himself, because in the group stages we did consider them a good team, but from just being a good team to be one of the most dominating teams, they've come a long way so far. But talking about Team Fear, well, this is a team that is kind of a hit or miss team, to be honest. There are days when they just play out of their minds, they just put their best show, but there are still days in the same, in fact, they kind of tend to make those terrible mistakes and have to pay the price. But look at how the circle shifted. I mean, it's still a majority of it is still in the water, almost around 40% over there.
And look at the airdrop.
Yes, and the airdrop. And imagine you go so far, and well, imagine if in the previous update you get a DBS.
I know what you were gonna say, but well, this time it has an AWM. Well, do you know?
One.
Do you know in PMCO India that actually happened?
I mean, one of the players went so far just to find DBS.
Yeah, that actually happened. Like one of the players that
I
was
would have just
Vikendi.
found myself there.
but what happened is, see, his whole team was on land, and the whole team got eliminated. He was the last man surviving. Took his team to second position because he was in water areas for a long time.
So we can say DBS for the win, but
DBS saves lives, man.
yes, it earns you points. Does not matter how. There are guns that get you those kills, and there are guns that get you those positions. And yeah, well, DBS has to certainly be one of those. But Team FromHeaven, oh my goodness, why are they playing with just their 3 players, man? Come on, you are almost on the brink. You are struggling in the 15th position, but we'll talk about that later as we have a fight breaking out. Team from Hell going against Team NPJ. Water will get that one knock, will get the second as well, and blows up that vehicle and will knock himself out.
Oh, that was a good bad decision out there coming up. Starting was good, but then NPJ. See, this time it was no one's mistake that it happened.
Okay.
Not the opponent's mistake.
I mean, what is going on? Octus, come on, get that knock. Yes, he does. And Zeus, Syol and Undak, both these players have been knocked out. These are the big fishes. And, well, 8-bit, you certainly can never rule them out. They've always got that experience. They've always got that exposure. And they've always been at things. And, well, this is one of the teams that, well, was Team Gravity up until last year. This time it's a collaboration or, partnership between Team Gravity and Team 8-bit. And, well, the players are playing really decent. They are climbing up. Nothing much to worry about. However, I would love to see how they perform in the finals. Well, Abeliamo being over there. But that was the last fight. I won't really see how it shapes out. And there you go, the fights are on, and well, the players of Team 8-bit are marching into the enemy line. Abeliamo still trying to defend, but no, won't be enough, as Octus will get that confirmation, and down goes Team Zeus.
Well, so far so good, so far so bad is the situation that's just happening out here. But then we'll have to see how the situations just come up. They just pump up because Vikendi, unlike other Vikendis, is going fast this time. I mean, PMCO Wildcard always goes fast as compared to other PMCOs or something.
Yeah, but like I mentioned, it's unpredictable. There are days when it tends to go really slow. Yesterday, it kind of crossed the last time we casted Vikendi. If you remember, it crossed the 30 minutes mark, and that's how long it can get. Sometimes comparing to the other maps where we kind of see the end till almost like 27 to 26 minutes mark. But yes, Vikendi kind of tends to go on a lot longer, and we all know the reason, because all these teams tend to coexist amongst each other, just being there in those compounds, not really opening up, not really firing down, and well, the circle keeps on going down. So, Ocean, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong. Will the circle tend to go towards the northern side when it takes a curveball? Is there a possibility?
Yep, it will. It will. I mean, the circle. See, there are chances it will be ending towards Milna's side. So far it might go a bit southern once again. But well, slowly and steadily, once there will be a northern shift, the circle will just go to the northern side whatsoever. Yeah, the next shifts, if I'm saying, should be left or right. Nothing more downward side, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, that is what we've seen.
Until unless it's just a water circle.
Yeah, but still, the PUBG gods, they're very tough to please. And let's see what they have in offering for all these players. But Akshat, that's a quite surprising knockout there from the play zone. And a teammate with just a couple of seconds ago got a squad wipe. And that one, the likes of Team Zeus. But right now, they find themselves on the receiving end. But the players of Team GoodBoys, well, they've been silent so far. Haven't really seen much out of them. And whenever, they kind of shine, it's either Zata or Zero who really perform out of their minds. But apart from that, haven't seen much of them lately.
Well, not right now. We'll have to see how when do we see much of them slowly and steadily low-key, if it all just starts for that. Well, if we can just talk about it, this time Evil Lord has an M24, has a bolt action for himself, but in less than 30 seconds, the next circle is going to be coming up really soon. And Alex, all right, so today has been a nominal performance, not a phenomenal one. So yeah, it's something, but Evil Lord is trying to go for something good, and that's one good headshot. Has the best scope that there is, has the best bolt action that you can find on land, and is trying to get out the best results.
Yeah, of course. But let's see. Evil Lord, what he is up to. Has this that one first aid. But right beside him, still have the players of Team From Hell alive. And that was quite an interesting fight that they just took quite a second ago. But, oh, did he actually connect? And this is where I said, Ocean, this is where I said that bolt actions can really, really be, working wonders in Vikendi. Especially if you've got so many of those compounds and those pesty little buggers trying to peek around. And you have that bolt action, that mean machine, just that one shot and whammy right up their face.
Yeah, you're talking about that. It takes down your helmet, right? Again, if not, just takes you down, takes down your helmet for sure. That's one thing. And yeah, let's see. Fear Squad, they had a good ridge for themselves to use those bolt actions. So yeah, it's a good setup that this this area just comes up with. But on the other side, Yella once again just showing dominance, showcasing that level of dominance that he's known for, and just doing the damage that he should be doing in a really amazing, impressive way. But we'll have to see how it just adds up slowly and steadily as the players are trying to go for it. 17 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, but the next circle will be a good deciding one.
Yeah, of course, it is going to decide the fates of all these teams. But like we have anticipated, it might just go a bit up all the way to its northern area, or might just tend to stick around Milna, like Ocean really said it usually would. But we've seen those curveballs being thrown at us. Let's see which team is really prepared, because I don't see even a single soul in Milna. And there you go, Zata with his bolt action, getting that knock onto its Inky from Team From Heaven. But is that going to be enough? They need to know that it's a 3-man squad. They are struggling a bit. Let's see what happens in this particular game.
I mean, it's important to understand how the things are going to be throwing curveballs. In the circle goes on the northern side, exactly. So this was a circle that had to go to the northern side, and Milna's still out there, and now in the water areas is what it says bye-bye to.
Yeah, there you go. Like we anticipated, right? It goes all the way up north, but now it's making things a way lot more interesting. Where is the next circle shift going to be? If you have to ask me, I believe it might just go towards the western side, towards the left side, where the players of Team Nepal Esports are, but can go anyways. Can still be at Milla, because this is one curveball that we had been anticipating, and it has happened. Now we can see a few even shifts, and by the sixth circle, we'll see another curveball.
Oh, I would love to see more and more just curveballs coming up. Slowly and steadily with the players just trying to, move forward, but that movement just not coming up or something. Well, those situations will be out there, but Thompson, once again, he's trying to spot the players if he can. Still not getting enough of the players, but oh, all right. I was like, who just fell down? Then it was like, all right, that's the end.
Yeah, of course. And Team 8-Bit, well, they're looking good today. They are looking so much in sync lately. There was this time when they were struggling so much, and they were not getting those openings, and Akshu definitely not being able to play. That used to be so much troublesome for them. And well, he was a very instrumental part in the squad. But right now, they find themselves engaging against the members of Team Savage, where they just have two of their players alive. It's a 2v3 situation, but advantage, I would still say, is in the favors of Team Savage, having better vision. Oh, well, that's quite a way to throw your grenade. It's going in zigzag projectiles. Is it possible?
No, that's just, I would say, the spectators glitch that sometimes happens. Well, so far, there might be some things possible, might not be possible. You can never know. But the game, as with the physics, if we're talking if we're concerned with, but as you can see, 4 yellow names. That means those yellow names have been eliminated from this game, and NPJ is once again in that one.
Yeah, of course. And well, right now we can just safely rule them out of this tournament, because it does not matter if you get a chicken dinner, wipe out the whole lobby. It's still going to be a very, very tough task to qualify from where they are right now.
Well, if that happens, if you wipe out the entire lobby, then I think you can actually get it.
It's okay. Let's theoretically it's possible, but let's be practical. It's not happening that ways. And had they had a good run, and just those barely some points out there, not enough for NPJ. It's basically a corner.
It is a goner, but right now, as you can see, what 8-Bit is trying, I mean, they lost one player, but still they have a good amount of fighting spirit left for themselves, left with themselves, have good numbers, and they're trying to increase them, turning up into a 7-kill streak if they can go for it, and 8-Bit's moving forward. They took down one. That's a good move. Akshat has to come back, but one of them caught fire. That's a bad thing, but Savage, I will have to see how it just comes up, and moving with another Molotov, if it comes to that, and that's a good molly. That's a good molly. People are burning. People are burning. People are actually burning in the situation. Yes, spot one. T-Man get taken down. No! Oh my God. 8-Bit wins this one.
Absolutely, and the numbers advantage definitely coming in their favor, as Noodles is spraying down and has managed to wipe out Team Requiem over there, and Requiem falls down, and Team Fear, they are looking promising. 3 kills already, and let's see how they are going to proceed out. But the circle shift, like we anticipated, was a bit even. Still, the teams are in good positions. They do not really have to make themselves inside the circle. Yeah, a few teams really have to move in. That's WatchmyGP and Team Fear. But Evil Lord, well, he is spraying down with his gun, and there you go. Finds that one beautiful knock. And we'll go in for the elimination any single moment. But the players of Team Fear have really abandoned their fallen comrade.
Oh, that's going to be a bad one for the players out here. But look at this, Thompson once again just trying to spot the players if he can. And just trying to go for it if he can, but can he? That's a question. I mean, we're talking about if they can, but can they do it? It's going to be something. But well, so Dynamic Gaming surprisingly is looking good, as in the survival status they are topping it.
Yeah, of course. They are certainly topping it, but for how long is going to be the question? Because if you talk about kills, Team 8-Bit, I believe, has the highest, 7 already, and they've lost out on one of their players. but still we have seen quite a quite a performance from them. And there you go, the curveball finally comes in, goes all the way to its eastern direction, and Dynamic Gaming now have a very good chance at the chicken dinner.
Yeah, it quite looks that like it with the stuff that we are talking about. But well, with WMG, look at them. They have 2 players surviving, and 2 players is not a good sign. Never a good sign. They are moving from one area where behind them there's still one squad just waiting for them if they just make a mistake. And that mistake I think will be made sometime soon as the shots are coming up. WMG might be in a bit of a trouble, but nope, they go good. They survive in a good stance for now.
Of course. What Team 8-Bit could have done in that was just went above the ridge a bit, and had they taken the shots a bit earlier, could have changed things around. But right now, Team WatchmyGP just charges into the compounds of the players of Dynamic Gaming, and now the grenades are coming in, but that really went off reflecting, and much did not happen over here. And Ego, he is still struggling to find some opening out there. Let's see what happens.
This is what I would say, this is what I would say 8-Bit would have been on the other side. But look at this, Fear's one player, and God, he is right out there and might just go for a charge in if you know just the things just come to them. But look at that, the level 3 helmet was just coming up on the other side, and with a golden gun maybe, if you talk about it.
The golden gun, as people love to call. But, Zata getting that knock onto his Prowl. Team Cosmonauts, they were in a very bad situation early on, barely surviving by the whiskers. Just that one player clutching things around. But now, one of their players has been knocked out, but Godless will be getting Hades, who did manage to come into its nearby compounds of Dynamic GG, and now is on the receiving ends. Noodles is going in for the revive, but can he get that? That's a good question out there. But all these teams have to rotate from from outside the circle, and a few teams, if they decide if they want to edge camp, they can certainly do it with ease. Zata getting a knock onto its Akshat. Team 8-Bit in a bit of a pickle over there, but Shaq, well, he's got the players of Cosmonauts right beside him. Is he gonna go in for the push? That's gonna be a very interesting fight, but it's still a 1v2 situation, and Cosmonauts do realize that, and they are charging in from 2 different directions, and there you go, the charge in comes in. Shaq manages to get that knock, but yes, perfectly well executed team fight. Cosmonauts managed to eliminate Team GoodBoys.
GoodBoys gets eliminated, and Preval also on the other end is getting good, but Godless, look at the name, goes up into the domination. 3 kills on his side. Fear gets eliminated on the other side as Sanchir puts up the final blow, the final nail in the coffin. And as we're talking about the circles area, see, this time it went to a left and right shift, and this time it was on the right hand side though. But moving forward with the situations, and 7 teams surviving. That's a good jump. Preval might just take one down, and yes, he does. Oh my God, this was a good one.
Yeah, of course, he just played out of his mind, but he's got another player right beside him. Does he know about his existence? Is he aware of it? Preval will kind of try to dodge him out, but all these smokes are creating such confusion out there, and it's still those icy lands. Oh, that's a good low toss. Will it connect? Yes, it does.
He is burning, and he won't be getting out of them alive. That was impressive. Amazing the way it just held up, and look at that. That's one crate that's just lying out there. That's Preval's.
I mean, that was such a painful way to die, and we have got to give the ups to the players from Team Nepal Esports. I mean, that was amazing presence of mind out there. He knew what he had to do it. He did it in style. It was quite subtle, it was plain, it was simple, but well, Sweta. Now this team is outside the circle. They have to get in. The one team that's really in a comfortable position are the players of Dynamic GG, and they've been there for quite some time. Myunke will get that knock onto its C47, but is that going to be enough? VelociRaptors, we have seen them doing wonders in Vikendi. Can this be one of those repeated performances?
Probably not. We'll have to see how the situation just turn up, as Special is looking really special in this scenario. So Special and Sweta, I mean, we've seen their gameplays, and oh, that was good. Special takes one down as the camera just moved away from him, and C47 on the other hand is also taking good fight, but this airdrops cover. You know, we're talking about the golden guns. We'll have to see what gun if someone actually has from this area, but it's one thing for sure, they have level 3 helmet invest, and doing much more damage. On the other side was someone else from Dynamic Gaming. I mean, Sweta might not Special might not have his skill, but now he does. But Wiz, with a Molotov in his hand, just running forward. Now it is on the stairs side, but still nobody home.
Yeah, of course. And well, Dynamic, all they have to do is just hold on. But those nades coming in from C47. Now the fight has started. Sanchir has been knocked out. Team Hell also in the nearby fight. 3 teams competing for that one little squad house that we have over here. But let's see how they are gonna approach it. And 7 are lodging a molly over there, but will not do much of damage. But still, VelociRaptors are in a good position. They might just also have the option to let the fight go on. Whichever team survives, just go after them. And Special, well, he did take a shot, but he was shot from elsewhere, getting taken down by the players of Dynamic GG. Now Godang is the last surviving member of VelociRaptors. We have to see, can he successfully revive his teammates or not?
This is going to be a bad one for the teams, for the players. But still, if we're talking about the numbers, we have 6 teams surviving, 14 players alive in the switch, and the play zone is something of a main villain out in the scenarios, as we have 5 teams as FromHeaven drops down. From Hell still surviving with 1 player. If we're talking about the numbers, Dynamic Gaming, on the other hand, is looking really good. If we're talking about the numbers, if we're talking about the teams, is trying to replicate everything they did in the good days and might as well go for a chicken dinner. I mean, there are some good, amazing new names that are trying to be on the top of the table or something.
Yeah, of course. But, well, right now, let's see what's going to happen. Dynamic GG. I think this is the game that they really needed. And now we'll have to see VelociRaptors. Are they actually baiting things out? Yes, they are. They've spotted down the players of Nepal Esports. That was a headshot connecting, doing much of the damage. But Akash, he's been knocked out from elsewhere by the players of Dynamic GG. Ego will have to heal himself up. But Toxic, can he come in the right nick of time to give the revive on towards Akash? That is definitely a question that we want it to be answered very soon. But by the looks of it, I don't think he can really do that.
Now the zone's also coming, and this time it will be a big trouble for the players of WMG as they are trying to move forward. Just with 1 pixel is 1 player surviving. As Special goes down to Nisweta, all alone in these areas. And right now, as Dynamic Gaming's 4 people are just out there. WatchmyGP actually falls down from Hell. Godless aside, all right. So there's 1 player surviving from Hell, and that is Godless. Has 50 bullets, will be going for a heal battle right now. Has no other choice with 4 teams surviving. Needs to get into the top 3, probably might just go for it, but has to wait for it. Will start moving, should start moving. He's 13 meters away, can actually get inside the circle. He should understand that. Like, the circle's on the other side. On the other side, you can see the edge of the circle. Needs to move and needs to move right now. Has nothing and is moving, but will be spotted from the other side, and there he goes.
Yeah, he did try to, remain alive for a lot of time. But there you can see the final fight. VelociRaptors versus Dynamic GG. And in the favor of Dynamic, in fact, they've got the numbers in their favor. And Ego having taken a lot of damage. But Yala really trying to spray down on all those bullets. And let's see what is going to happen.
This time we are moving for a heal battle in less than 20 seconds. The way it's going to start is Dynamic versus VelociRaptors. Everyone has to put on the heals, as the heals are going to be the most important thing right now. Beyond is sitting out there with 41 bullets in his hands, going to make it 53 anytime soon. And yes, he does. But in less than 7 seconds, everyone's going to be putting up their heals for themselves. I mean, there are people of Dynamic Gaming outside the area, but there are some others who are doing damage. As you can see, Dynamic's Ego takes down 1. Godang is down. Bison does nothing in this situation. Everyone's going for the heal battles. Rhea C47 goes down as the 9 circle starts, and this game goes to Dynamic Gaming.
Yes, absolutely. What an amazing game coming out from these lads, holding on towards their fortress and defending come whatever. And that was some good defense. So many squads really tried to push in, and they did not even let one single squad really give them the troubles out there. We had team from WMG, we had the players of Cosmonaut, we had a team from Hell, we also had VelociRaptor. So many teams were just in the nearby fray, and still they remained, stood supreme. But talking about the MVP, 4 kills, 538 damage, no surprises, Godless.
So this gets him to 29 kills, right?
Yeah.
He kind of tops the table if the other players are doing nothing. I mean, that just comes up out here. 538 damage, that's a good one. 29-19, his survival time, and 9.06 kilometers of distance.
I think that's a well-deserved MVP, because surviving till the end took out the final guy from WatchmyGP, and he was doing really good. And well, he went in for that heal battle, which I I believe for what the situation was an obvious decision, because the moment he went in, his sound cues had already come to the players of VelociRaptors, and they had no trouble really eliminating. Just while he entered, that's where he got eliminated. Did not even have a chance to even fight.
That's totally true, actually, just talking about those things. But then we saw one player, let's see 4 other players that actually, you know, had an impact on the game as we talk about the top 5 players right now. We talked about Godless. All right, yeah, this guy actually did amazing in the games. Proval as well. So Proval's coming back to back here, and 8-bits Akshat.
Yeah, of course. Akshat has always been there, you know, under the shadows. He keeps on playing, he keeps on performing. Not the flashiest of the players, but when you need him, he's obviously there for your team. And C47, a good performance from this lad as well. But Proval, yes, from Cosmonauts. They've had their good days today, and they've all those matches that really did come in their favor, getting all those skill points, position points. Gonna definitely climb up the ladder, but how much, that we will definitely see in the leaderboards. But overall, it was a very good game of Vikendi, where the circle was very drastic, but had those even shifts. We were not really taken aback, but the last curveball kind of changed their things around.
It did change quite a few things around, but then let's have a look at the match summary as well as we are talking about it. I mean, smokes and nades is something we always, you know, are curious about.
Yeah, of course, numbers, and there you go, 117.
What's up? It's us again. Well, 117 is the number that we actually saw in that, right?
We wanted that.
Well, we did want that with a blast, but then the blast was right in front of us, so yeah, that just happened. But still, talking about the smokes and nades, how well do you think? All right, so we think about the games and all that, smokes and nades should be in a big number, right? But given the fact this game was taking you to a heal battle, where do you think smokes and nades actually, like the smokes specifically, can take you out in a map like Wikendi, in a heal battle scenario? Like you can smoke around your area, go for a heal battle, something. So do you think it might be useful in the final circle, in the heal battle circles?
I don't. If you talk about this particular circle, I think more usage of grenades and molotovs could have been rather more useful, because the teams that had to ram in actually succeeded in doing that. You were near your enemy, and once you're near, you have to draw them out. How do you draw them out? Throw those grenades. Yeah, smokes we have seen being used as a lot of baits these days, but this was the perfect time where if you had those stun grenades in this final circle, just pop one in, and it does not matter if there are 4 players, they all will be blinded, and just go in and go on Rambo.
Let's not talk about the stun grenade. I still remember the first game, the stun grenade that just was popped out. So stun actually has a variety of uses.
Yes.
It blinds your opponents.
Yeah.
It can also give their footsteps if they are not blind. Like they can move. They'll
also
be thinking.
Gives you a sound cue if your opponents are flashed.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of a stuff. But then we talked about smokes and nades. Let's have a look at the match summary once again to see what actually are the other stats. 1 airdrop only.
Yeah.
1.
You know, the majority of them are being dropped way outside. Obviously, it's supposed to happen, but total knocks 69 over there, and total kills, talk about them, 56. Quite some bold numbers coming out from here. Just 1 grenade kill. Obviously, I would have expected a bit more, but provided how the fights were taking place, it's okay. We can certainly live with that.
I still remember only 1 airdrop looted. That was at the landmass area, when there was 1 player from Fear just surviving out there. He actually went out to that area. So. Plus, the other airdrops were in water as we were talking about them, right? So no one could actually just go for them. So that was one thing. But now it's I would say not now, but it's now is the penultimate time when we'll be seeing the leaderboards and the overall leaderboards for few teams that will be having their mark to 15 games.
Yes, now teams have played 15 games, but before that, let's head into the map standings of Vikendi and see how things have fared in numbers for the teams. Dynamic Gaming are getting 28 points, courtesy to those 8 kills, but team from Hell Esports have managed to come all the way up to the 2nd position with 19 points, and that's where the kill difference really matters.
That's actually where the kill difference comes up in the scenarios. But VelociRaptor still was 2nd gear, went down to 3rd. But there's one team that I would say was looking good previously, will still be looking good. But 8-bit in this game, they are not in top 5. In the other games, they were in top 5, come what may.
Yeah, but you know, getting 9 points out of this game, is nothing too shabby, because what we really expected from Team 8-Bit, they finally delivered. And like you mentioned, this was the penultimate game, and now we will see them in the standings. But if they get a chicken dinner in the final game, they might just go get themselves into top 3. But that's still a possibility. But Team FromHeaven, having 3 players played, they still have managed to secure 9 points.
No matter what happens, they, even in top 3, they will be always win the second position, because the team that's actually on second and third both have 173 points and they are not playing today. So whatever happens, I would say they will be on the second position if they get a good game, because they are 9 points. They have 9 points right now. They just need a few more.
Yeah, they just need a few more. But taking a look at the bottom half of the table, well, Team Fiat did have a decent performance, could have really done better. GoodBoys, just those 2 kills. But yeah, few surprises. ZeusEsports, definitely 2 points, but it's okay. We can live with that. We know this team is already qualified, and they can, mess a few games around. It's obvious, it's natural.
For me, the only surprise was Team Pair just came up in this game. They showed themselves,
Yes.
but they showed themselves for just 5 minutes.
Yeah, just getting those barely 2 points out of it.
But still, we'll have to see what they do in the final game, because the final game is going to be a decider for a lot of teams as we'll be looking at the leaderboards, because there will be some names with 15 right next to them, and that 15 means their matches, and that's where FromHeaven Esports is. 207 points, 187 for ZeusEsports. Alright, so ZeusEsports is moving up forward. 8-Bit. Now, if they have to get a good marking, they will have to go in the final game.
Yeah, they have to go all in, because if you talk about Team Black and Team Steel, they've just played 12, and Zeus has just played 11. So, these Black Team and Steel will get to see them in action tomorrow. But yes, 8-Bit having played 15 of the games, they really have to get a good chicken dinner to make sure that they end up in top 3. But it does not really matter because these are still the semi-final stages, because when you go into the finals, you start off with a clean slate, and that is where you really have to perform. That is where every single point is gonna matter. But how on earth half Team Bear managed to hold on to that 9th spot?
I don't know. But still, see, if I'm talking about it, they still have the games for today, for tomorrow, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Otherwise, if they had their final game or something and they were 119, they would still not be in a qualifying spot, because on 16th position, it's 96 points. Teams on the downward side, they might just go forward, and they can at least get 109. So the teams that have had their 15 games, like Dynamic Gaming came in top 15, but it's the last game. Their happiness can turn into sadness in just no time.
Yeah, in no time. And in the last game, they have to make sure that they get another chicken dinner. Of course, one good chicken dinner is good, but another one kind of really cements your position for the finals, because now you'll just be hanging on that thin line, just praying that all these teams please do not have good games, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Some or the other team will definitely tussle you over. And VelociRaptors, look at them, 94 points, and they've just played 11 games. And they've still got 5 more remaining, and they can easily cross them over if they do not have a good game in the last one. But BlackTeamMongolia, well, we can just count them out. GoodBoys will be bidding them goodbyes over there to this particular team.
Yeah, and CenterLink and NPJ, they have had 15 games here on the bottom table, so it's like these teams can just go YOLO, do anything they want to, because it's just the game's home. They have a home run if they want to go for it.
Absolutely, but we will definitely find that after a short little break, if these teams are actually going to decide to go YOLO, where we will have the final game of Erangel for you guys. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020, the Wildcard Region, where the semi-final stages are almost about to end with teams of Group A. They're having that final game to decide their fate, whether they'll qualify or not. Now, let's not further delay any longer and just head into the Nordic map of Erangel and see how things are gonna turn out.
Yes, so far from military base is where we are starting till Seveni area, Yasnaya, Rozok School, Pochinki, Gatka Farm. Those are going to be the areas where players are going to be going to. But this kind of a central split flight path, not as vertical or something, but still central split flight path. That means it might just be a central circle or something else. We'll have to see how the circles just come up and how the situations will be forming down in these scenarios. But if you're talking about it, quite a lot of teams will be going to the southern island. That's going to military-based island. Let's see how the things just change their momentum.
Yeah, of course, we'll have to see what really happens, but my eyes definitely are prying out for the circle this time around, where it is gonna go onto it. Because last time we did see something happening around almost those nearby areas of Quarry, but this time around, I'm still waiting for that eastern circle. I'm really envious of you guys having casted that Lipovka circle where it went all in the waters, and well, this might be it. Noodles go down and down he goes. The bird has fallen.
This is the first in competitive. The first in competitive coming up for the first time that just happened. But look at that! Look at that! No, 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 no! No, you're from different team! No, that's wrong. Someone just kidnapped someone else. That's wrong. That's wrong.
That's a crime.
That's a crime, but Gangster's like, what can I do? What can I do? If he just presses the exit button, the BAPE US is going to be taken down. If that happens, I mean, God, look at that. It's like people just moving forward. Oh my God. Oh no, that's wrong.
Of course, it's the old mafia days where you do not have a say, and you just picked up, taken to a very discreet location, and well, terrible things happen to you. And well, we know, it's illegal to abduct someone, but well, when players are killing each other to just survive, who are we to question? But as things are, I really want to see how this actually ends out.
I would love to see that. Like, imagine both of them with the all mic on. Plus, Wildcard has a lot of regions. I don't know if they can understand each other's languages or not, but still, I would say it has a lot of regions. That might just create a problem. But look at that. Oh my God, Gangsky, what are you doing? All this and Nan's using a pistol to take one player down. What is happening? But are they stopping? Are they stopping? Are they stopping? Nope, that's one person. No, oh my God, he was.
Finally.
Oh, finally. What happened is, he got knocked, and then he was on the top of the vehicle, on the second vehicle.
Quite an eventful ending to Gangsky, but Susupoki, well, Abiliamo getting taken down by him, and well, NPJ, like you said, they were going YOLO, but it did not really work out for them.
YOLO is not looking good for them. Undak on the other side from Zeus. All right, so Oh, Zeus Undak is back. Nice. So this guy, I've casted him in the previous PMCO, and then he was playing on the same name, Undak, and now he's Zeus Undak. So it's good. But well, Wax, will be in a bit of trouble as Undak is trying to spot the other players. Team has 2 kills. He already has 1. That just shows his way of killing, the aggression that he has. But Wax has popped up a first aid, is looking good right now. But I think the players want to move forward so that Zeus can have the 3rd kill. That's going to be NPJ Wax.
Yeah, of course. And Zeus, alright, they've lost out on Seoul right from the early start. And this time around, okay, so the circle really favoring us, finally giving us something that we really wanted to see. But, well, Undak does manage to get that knock onto its Wax, and by this point, we can safely assume that the players of Team NPJ have really given up.
IC is going to be punching his way through the kills, and yeah, I think NPJ has really given up. And the circles on the mansion-ish side, if you're talking about it, right? The mansion school vibes is what the circle's going to be giving. So the teams on the left-hand side will have to rotate, and they have to rotate in first. But on the southern side, there are a lot of teams on the southern side. Have a look at the teams on the southern side. That's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers, and I do not know how they are actually going to get over there inside the circle, because if Team From Hell decides to bridge camp, or if Nepal Esports decide to do so, they can at least get 5-10 kills. But well, they've just rammed in, and this is how you should never play YOLO.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But well, so far with the situations, look at this. Ably Emo is trying to spot the players once again. White out here, Hell White, as we can see, has 0 kills. The team has 1, but this team would love to, stay on the top of the table. Right now they have 207 points, 208 if we count their 1 kill. But this team would love to end the day on the table topping.
Yeah, of course. And let's see what happens. And the members of Team 8-bit. Now they are traversing around the map, and this time around, I think one good thing about Team 8-bit is they're versatile. They can adjust to multiple drop locations. They can carry on with their loot and then just move forward, and their rotations have been precise. However, one thing they really need to work out on is managing to keep all their players alive in the final circle. Every single game, we have seen our Team 8-bit having some early casualties, and they perform decent, no doubts at that, no questions over there. But still, if things can be improvised, why not? Just do it.
Yeah, why not just do it? That's one of the things. But well, Savage Jaws is moving up forward once again. Team Savage is looking real good for the game. I mean, they had one really good game. We were talking about it, and Relly is trying to pick up more and more ammo. This team has to go 500-ish meters inside the circle. The vehicle's being refueled as of now, and now they are moving forward as the first circle commences slowly and steadily with the stuff. But on Kameshki's side, that's where Requiem is. I would say that's a really good area. But all right. That's the vehicle just popped up.
I mean, well, team from hell. So, how on earth are they going to get inside the circle?
They're in overrep now. They can go do it easily. I mean, what are you saying?
No, how are they going to rotate? Provided you've
Probably
got CenterLink.
Might look for waterways or something.
Is that a viable option? Let's have a discussion regarding it. You get a boat, yeah, easy peasy. You get into the shorelines, good. But next is what? Because imagine if the circle goes somewhere up towards shelter area, you do not have any vehicles for you. You have to go with your foot. And
I would say so. You see Milta Power's area, right? That's empty. They use the waterways, get to Milta Power. They'll get one UAS right in front of the Milta Power's road or something. Like there is one at least.
See, it's all about possibilities, right? There might be
the game is about possibilities sometimes.
Yeah, the entire game is about possibilities. You never know what really waits for you. But yeah, of course, that's gonna be a risk. And yeah, they are in a position they can afford to take such risks. So yeah, why not?
Exactly, that's totally true. Well, we are right now moving forward, and last time it was Hey MF in VR that I would say went from the water area and actually did good. Smoko, oh my God, what's happening in this Erangel? I mean, Smoko just fell down and now he's injured as well. So many players just going down, just sitting on some other person's vehicle, something. This game's going decent so far.
Yeah, it's been a quite slow affair apart from what we really witnessed in the start. I mean, that was hilarious. Those are the kind of moments that we would really love to see. But let's see how these players are gonna play around. Oh, Shelter's been reworked as well. And
so do you know about Shelter's scenario? Last time in PMCO Pakistan finals, what happened is from FS side there was one guy named FS Ghori.
Oh yeah.
And in Shelter there's a slit, like there's a really fine slit, and if you jump in that, you're stuck there forever.
Oh.
So that it happens. It actually happened in PMCO Pakistan, but the guy, he was the final man surviving, stayed there. Still, his team came in top 3. Because the circle was on Shelter all the way.
I mean, who do you blame now?
He lost the heal battle because he did not have first aids. Like he cannot come out, so he did not have any first aids.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if he had, that would have been a very good outing. But well, Inky, just on the verge of getting knocked, still managed to eject in the right time. But the Molotov, I do not understand his intention as to why he really threw that. Oh, I just have to throw a Molotov. There it goes.
The caveman discovered fire. There it is. Well, look at this. Unsolved out here. Smoke as well. This is a bad outing. This is a bad. I'm telling you, Heaven, Inky, this is a bad outing for him. I mean, Unsolved's health is really low on the other side. This is a good outing now. Can take one down. Yes, it is. But Smoko, he hasn't spotted Smoko yet. Now he can spot it. Now I think this is a good outing, as Smoko might just give away his location. Has Uzi in his hands. Inky is moving forward. A good one. Oh! Was doing some damage. That was not good. But Sanchir on the back ends This is how team from Hell is moving, but FromHeaven is right in front of them, and Smoko, oh, the grenade would have been on him, but it just missed its mark.
Yeah, of course, it missed its mark, but Enki is gonna stop at nothing. He knows there is someone over there. He just goes in. He's just waiting for the right opportunity for that one mistake to be made in. But yes, the members of team from Heaven have also closed in, and Smoko has M16. And yes, if you can control this weapon, it's a beast in the close range with all those burst fires completely connecting you. And just 2 bursts, it's what it takes. And let's see what happens, because members of team from Heaven, they are looking promising. And if it's a Uzi versus M16, well, Uzi obviously you would consider to win. But with that energy drink being popped, I believe he's kind of completely revealed up his location.
I mean, so far, yeah. Well, we'll have to see how the situations just come up. All right, Smoko, he is sitting out here, has an M16. That's not enough. I would say that's just not enough right now to take the fights. No, it is. M16 takes down Uzi with those burst shots, and it will be a finishing coming up here. But on the other side, Monkey, oh, but can he give a revive? That's an important thing out in this one.
Yeah, of course, but look at what we have. A team from Hell really wiping out Fear even before they realize. Now they have to cross the bridge, and right next they are being waited. There is a team from Heaven that are in the back lines, and they might just take them down. But if you talk about the players from team from Heaven, it's just Munke who's alive. I thought he could successfully revive his teammate, but that certainly was not the case. But the circle, okay, so it goes a bit tad towards the northern side. Now I think after a long time we can witness something happening around Yasnaya.
Yeah, that's totally true. But so far, if we're talking about the situations, the zone is moving comfortably onto the northern side. We'll have to see how the next movement comes up. A team from Hell, they are stuck, if I have to talk about it. They are stuck, and they are stuck bad. They have to take fight against the circle. They have to take fight against team from Heaven. Then they have to get inside the circle. Then they have to heal themselves. It's a lot of hard work.
I think I have to beg to differ over here, because if you can see, our team from Heaven have already exited, and now they are purposely making that late rotation in, because they do not want to take any chances.
Drop his clothes, and he marked him, and his teammate is picking up his clothes for some reason.
Charity. That's what you do.
And it begins at home. It begins with their own team.
Yeah, and quite a good display of that. And, well, team from Heaven, Myunke. He's just that one member surviving, but oh my goodness, the curveball. But, I'm not really impressed. I did not want to see a curveball right off in the start.
Can we see the circle on screen for once? This is a very, very bitter circle or something. If we can have the map feed on our screens. Can we have the map feed on our screens?
Producer, sir.
Producer, sir, can we have the map feed on our screens, please?
And,
we get ignored just like we do every day.
Yeah, of course. And, life sucks and then we die. It's all right.
Sometimes life doesn't even suck and then still we die.
Yeah, but okay, all right. So, for a visual interpretation for our viewers, the circle has gone all the way up towards the eastern side of Yasnaya Polyana. I mean, that's a weird, circle. And that's, this is something I would have loved if it happened in the last nick of time. But, happening right now, kind of, teams are ready for it. Teams will get there eventually. They'll get the positioning on. And if teams are going to approach from the northern side, then that's a good approach.
That's a good approach. But have a look at this. Now so many teams are moving up. And that means, if not this one, the next circle will be a big one that initiates each and every inch of fight. Team from Hell, they are moving forward. They are moving fast right now because they know the next circle is starting up. And the next circle is going to be a bad one for them as well. And that's one thing. But look at that. 7 Monkey, the solo survivor, takes down one. Has to get back inside the cover. Oh my god, the vehicle, the jump from the vehicle on the upper side, that was amazing. Casper landing it perfectly, doing a perfect landing with his vehicle. But this grenade takes down the second one. No, it does not. Right now, another one's out there. Heaven Munke might just go down. No, he does not. Does 1v2. Finishes the first kill for himself. Casper is going with a good grenade. I think this is the end. This is the light at the end of the tunnel where he might just go down. But Heaven Munke, he already knows about the grenade. Goes on to the other side. Can he just just go for a 1v2 when one player has actually gotten a revive.
Yeah, of course, but still does not rule out how beautiful Münke has been playing this one around. But Casper, he will be getting on top of that rooftop, and Münke connecting those headshots in the final nick of moments. That was really a smart play. And well, Münke has been spotted out. This is a grenade that might decide his fate. Has taken quite some damage, but still fighting on, still holding on. That's how beautiful a play of the likes of Münke is. And the moment he spots one another down, oh my goodness. Well, he gets eliminated, but still, a very good signs of resilience from this lad and not really giving up. That is the kind of passion that we really expect from all these players. And FromHeaven, Münke has certainly displayed that.
12 teams remaining, 45 players surviving in the situations like this, and the circles going at a different variety where it's still on the right hand side of Yasnapol. And a third airdrop has an AWM as well in itself for Helltops, and now it's from Hell's time. They have 6 kills for themselves. I think they can easily hit a good mark for themselves, but right now WMZ's Casper is trying to pinch them down, can take at least one, does a lot of damage, but has to go back and reload right now. Sangi as well was trying to do everything, but this team, they lost one, but still they have all 3 players surviving.
Yeah, of course. But you know, if you take a look at the players of Team Requiem, so they've got quite a fan base, you know, a lot of fans supporting, a lot of their family coming in, watching the stream, and well, we get to see a lot out of them. There were days that they got one chicken dinner, I remember, but there you can see Akshat, this lad has always been under the radar, like we mentioned, getting kills after kills, but still not too flashy, not too, you know, something out of the world plays, sticking to the basics, doing it right. But talking about Team Requiem, got a lot of hopes from them, from the nation, with lots of support, but they still have to live up to it. And by the looks of it, by what we have seen so far, they're in a bit of trouble. They need to play their games really right. But coming down to the players of Team Zeus, they've got already 4 kills, have lost out on Seol. So it all comes down to Abeliemo, Undak, and Icy.
Yeah, that's totally true. Right now, Icy's out there just moving forward, but Arimon, as you can see from his areas, now getting inside the circle is an important thing, because circle has buildings and circle has open lands, and not just one building. Remember, in the Yasna's area, there are 3 big buildings and everything. If you are holding those big buildings, you have a good compound already for yourself. But if you're out in the open, that can be a bad one. But look at this. Oh my god, those mini 14 taps connecting! Amazing way to take one down, but then they'll have to open up the gate so that they can give a revive. On the other side, beyond it goes down by WMG Casper.
Yeah, of course. About Doming, we know what this lad is capable of, and that he's been showing. And Scourge taking down Akash, and we'll get that finish on towards him before he even realizes that. And yes, he is history. But Mosket will get that knock on towards Scourge. So knocks happening back and forth by all these squads. But if you talk about the circle and the position, Ocean, I believe Cosmonauts, this team has taken the best possible place in this entire circle, and they are almost in the epicenter. And if things go fairly evenly, if the shrinks are even, they might just get the chicken dinner.
Yeah, that's totally true. But well, for the movements to move forward, for the movements to commence up forward, these were the apartments that we were talking about. Look at this, so many teams just going inside these areas, but imagine the circle goes out. That will be a bad situation. AW in the hands of Beer Araman takes down GoodBoys Zata with the damage that has been dealt. And now this is going to be a bad situation for quite a lot of teams, as teams are trying to move forward, but the movement will be stopping anytime soon. Where's? Don't be Wiz Khalifa, man.
I mean, that was Nazca. That was Nazca racing over there. I mean, what did he?
And he's sitting outside the circle, going and sitting outside the circle, man. You're bringing death to you.
I mean, I cannot say anything more about that.
Okay, but Savage Rally. So we have Belly, we have Jelly, we have Heli, we have Rally from other teams out there. Those are quite some names.
Yeah, of course. You've got quite a lot of interesting names in the Wildcard region. But Sanchik getting that knock onto its Grey from Team Savage. But there you go. There you can see the circle taking that shift, and Cosmonauts. I mean, Ocean, that hospital building that we have, it's so difficult to push onto it. And if they just have to play their cards right, and if they do every single thing right, then I don't think anything can really stop them from getting a chicken dinner today.
quite a god building, if you will, call it, because that just makes you godly. You can see a lot of areas of Yasnaya from both the sides, from the back end of Yasnaya, from the front end of Yasnaya. And that's a good one. But, well, teams are pushing, nevertheless, to those areas, because they also have to survive. The survival of the fittest is coming up. 5th circle, 12 teams remaining, 40 players surviving out in these situations. As you can see, Requiem's Wolf goes down, Ace goes down. The team might be taken down slowly and steadily.
Yeah, of course, and one of those players, Welshweta, has gone down. Sengi still surviving. Octus gets a knock onto the Sama. And, we haven't seen much out of him lately. But Zeus, Icy will get a knock onto the players of Cosmonaut, and that's trouble. But Akshat will retaliate fire, get a knock onto its Mosket, and fights are happening left, right, and center. Every single direction, every single player is engaging in a different fight of his own. But Akshat getting the majority of the kills.
It's a bad situation, but okay, Requiem just goes down.
One tap?
Yeah, that was a one tap that just happened. Not by his shot, but he just, went down on the other side. But, well, Savage Jaws is out here trying to spot the players, and they are taking TP against the same team as I don't know why and what for. But Legend takes down Casper. Good boy. Sheeta goes down by Health Sanchir, who already has 5 kills. Sanchir goes for his 6th, 7th, 8th.
From where on earth did he take those shots? I thought it was a fight happening right in front of WatchmyGP, and from the right hand side already team from Hell getting 10 kills. Okay, so it was from backlines. Well, you've got to watch your back before you make that push happen. That was a very reckless push, and these were the signs of despair, and they just got taken down over there. And let's see what Sengi is up to. Still has Casper, and these two lads can do a lot of wonders. But where do you think the circle is going to go around, Ocean?
I would say now it might just go to this building, like around this area, not the ending, but quite around this god building, the hospital area. Like 8-bit is in a good area. They might have to move a little bit, but Cosmonauts, they are looking good.
What if it goes all the way to the northeastern
I
side
would love
where it's completely in the open, no cover at all, just a few rocks and one small compound. But Relly will be taking down Sarkar, and a lot of confirmations coming in from elsewhere, a lot of kills being stolen. This is a perfect circle where you're supposed to use a lot of throwables.
See what I said? The zone.
Yeah, the zone, of course. It was supposed to go there, but, we would have loved to see a northeastern circle. And, yeah, stop gloating in pride. We know that you've got some kind of hacks going on with your zone prediction knowledge, but, well, 8-bit Sibo. Peeking out. Will he get those shots?
Now, God, let's start. Have a look at the kill feed. I mean, from Hell, they don't know how to stop. They just have a start, but then they stop when the battery stops or something from the devices. They just go and wipe out. And Sanchir, oh my God, I would love to see that guy, because that guy has a different combination. He's a bolt action player. He always keeps a bolt action with him on the sides. And now Dobson, all right, that's one kill confirmed. Another one. White's out there. The team's coming from the back ends as Sanchir comes up out there, but 8-bit, 8-bit once again going for a good fight, and this is a good game for Team 8-bit.
Yeah, of course, this is a very good game, but right now it gets me to thinking, oh, he got that knock. Oh, holy moly. This player is on a next level right now. 7 kills just to his name. That's how good this player has been, and he does not stay in the front lines. He's a support player. There you go, but Godless.
If he's a support player, I want to see what a front-end assault does for
you have Godless.
I mean, yeah, that's totally true, but, well, 9 teams remaining. Saber with a good grenade takes on Beyonder, but right now, Akshat, are they using nades? Yes, they are, just to, dish out every inch of damage that they can, but ably coming up in a good domination with 3 kills of his own self, and Savage Esports gets eliminated.
Yeah, of course, but Team 8-bit, they've got quite some kills for themselves, already sitting at 6 kills, and Akshat, 4 out of them, shows how dominant this lad has been. Abelyamo will get those confirmations, and Sandhu, being taken by Blancos by his own teammate? What
you
did
should
he do?
know you don't get points for that.
Yes,
just saying.
Yeah, of course.
Sanchir takes on Yala, another one. Grenadier, 8 kills.
What is this lad up to? What has he had? Is he hungry?
I want to see him getting double digits or something.
Yeah, of course. That would be really abysmal. That would be obliterating. That would be so much dreadful for Team From Hell. I mean, they've been good, but now they look so polished with all their players, you know, performing out of their minds. And this is the right time to wake up. And I just want to see that push happening from Team From Hell. How are they going to execute that? But as we speak, Nepal Esports, they take an exit.
I would say right now, so FromHeaven has realized one thing, that this is their final game. Because this is their final game, they need to stay on the top, right? Because now it's, for them, they are already qualified. Now is the time for, you know, 2600 or 1600, that thing. Yeah. That thing is where it is. So they need to understand that. And so that's one of the most important things if they have to stay on top. But 8-bit Sebo, oh my god, might just go down. 7th grenade, good one, but it just stays a bit short. He still does not know. The C47 thinks that there's still a player lying around in that area. Another good grenade, and he just, so top TPP can let you see your opponent, right? That's how he knows that a good grenade is just coming out there.
Yeah, of course. And now we have to see VelociRaptors. They're in a bit of a pickle over there.
Oh,
Satu, what are you? Oh, man, sorry. Sanchir, what are you on today, mate? Oh, Topsit, just managing to spot on Provel. Oh, Provel takes 2 out there. That's deadly. That's deadly. But White comes in right at the right nick of time. And this is the final fight. Oh, my goodness. All 3 players down. It all comes down to Sanchir. Can he clutch this one out?
One player surviving in the situation will go for a revive. A good decision or not? No. Oh, almost I think like he actually won the fight mentally if the situation comes out to this one. But he has to win the fight physically. Hellwire is also coming down to get a revive in this situation. 8-bit Akshay trying to spot the players. Icy's out there on the other side. What's going to happen? As slowly and steadily 7 circles segues forward, and the circles on the northern shift. That means Zeus is the only team inside the zone. You cannot forget Bia Armin. I mean, the guy has an AWM for a reason.
Yeah, of course. And now Team Zeus. Well, let's see what they can done with that. And Sanchir barely surviving again. And has managed to revive all his teammates. He's an absolute beast. He's been doing so much. And if he does not get the MVP in this one, I'll be sad. I'm pretty sure he's going to get that one. But Akshat, having spotted out Sanchir with his pants down from behind, will be taking him down. With that, Team From Hell have managed to take down Cosmonaut, but have still lost out on Sanchir.
But Sanchir will be lost. The 7 circles coming up. You cannot revive a person that's outside with 8-bit on your nose. You cannot do that revival. That's a bad situation for Sanchir as well. 5 teams, 14 players surviving. Zeus Icy trying to move forward. Akshat takes on Hellwhite as well. They will take down Topson as well. Oh my god, Akshat will be doing a 1v4. Yes, he does. He does a 1v4 in this situation.
I mean, he has all his players alive, but he does not care. Just that one player enough to take down the entire squad of Team From Hell Esports. And the final game for all the teams from Group A, they are playing bonkers. They've gone out of their minds. And Zeus, well, Icy, does he manage to spot Akshat down? That we will have to see. But Akshat, oh my goodness, 8 kills already from this lad as well. Abeliamo throwing that grenade, but does not connect as we are down to our last 3 teams.
This is where the fight for MVP also becomes interesting. You cannot rule out Akshat. Sanchir was out there, but Sanchir is down. Now it's Akshat time to shine. Look at this. Akshat moving forward. He's just running, just rushing to the areas. 18 more seconds for the next circle to come up. Zeus Icy has spotted a few players. Not spotted, just you say. He just knows that there might be a few players out there. And C47 takes down Akshat. Akshat's down in this one. A bad situation. Omega goes down. Zeus Icy, this might be his time to just go forward and take this fight for himself. But 8-bit might just lose this one. I mean, they have a player just surviving out there on the outskirts of that building, but he has to come out. He has to give a decent fight just to survive. But Omega falls down. Abeliamo gets a Grenadier tag. Icy's out there, spots another one. Can he take him down? Last final player doing the heal battle for Team 8-bit. They need a chicken dinner. They need it bad, but they are not just getting it. Zeus Icy once again. This time, this might be Zeus's game as they are looking much more confident for a win. They are moving forward. They have those 20 points if they just play their cards right, and a good grenade can show that yes, that will be a good Kobe. And yes, it is out there. 2 teams, 1 versus 3, and there's no chance. No, there's still a chance. Takes down 1, but no, 2 players surviving. That's where Zeus outshines.
Absolutely. And you know, 2 chicken dinners for this squad, and they are stopping at nothing. I mean, that was some intense PUBG Mobile action that we got to witness with all these players. I mean, they just went mad, they went berserk with the way they were playing. And 2 highlighted players of this particular game will definitely be Sancher and Akshat.
Akshat's 1v4 to stop Sancher's 9-kill game or something. I mean, I don't know. Top 5 players will be an interesting one in this one.
That damage, I mean, that's equal to an entire team's damage sometimes.
That's if we're talking about the even numbers, think about that's like 16 players down, 1600. Like that's like 16 players down something. 1663 damage, 9.17 kilometers of distance covered. Like the team went onto the military base.
I mean, I would have loved to see those revival stats also come in. You know how many revives he did, because against that fight against Cosmonaut, he revived all 3 of his players, and I do not know what Cosmonaut were thinking, because they lost out on 2 players. So of course they did not want to risk things out. But if they had pushed in, would have been game over for Team From Hell. But still, somehow Team From Hell did manage to eliminate Cosmonauts over there. We can still say they were a bit unlucky, because they were outside the circle. They had to come out in the open. Had they had a few smokes deployed, could have really worked out. But you know, the beauty of Akshat, always there for his team whenever needed. Now let's take a look at the top 5 players and see where Akshat stands.
Yeah, we'll have to see where Akshat actually stands right now. Obviously on the second if the number is out there. But look at this. All right. So Hell Sancher, 8-bit Akshat, and ZeusABLE. 7 kills. 777 damage, man. This is a good match situation out here.
I mean, 7 kills, 777. I would have loved to have had 7 headshots there. You know,
that won't be a legit play then anymore. If we're talking about it. Well, let's talk about the other things. 8-bit Akshat, 3 headshots, 836 damage on himself. Hell White, I mean, another one from the team coming forward, so that's like 13 kills out here.
I mean, of course, if it's not Godless in the front lines, it's always White who delivers. And from the sidelines, Sancher stays back, and you know, that's the best part about Team From Hell. Every single play, every single time, you need them, they step up. If it's not Godless, come on, Sancher is there. If it's not him, White chimes in. So it's always those players that they can rely on each other. But now, let's take a look at the match summary and see how many smokes and grenades have been used, and well, an improvement.
I would say plus, yeah, 148 smokes and nades, that's good. Plus 71 knocks.
Leave everything aside, 4 vehicle kills.
In the start, one happened, right? You remember vehicle kidnaps as well. That's one thing that happened. But well, a lot of things happened through vehicles this time, not just through guns if you're talking about. But 71 knocks, that's a big number as well. 57 total kills, that's a good one. 2 airdrops looted, and both had AWMs in them. That was a good one as well. A good stat just coming up. 6 grenade kills. So everything was in a good number, if anything, alongside vehicle kills.
Of course. Every single thing was perfect this time around. And you know, we are not really blessed enough to see vehicle kills every single game. But just having 4 vehicle kills in one game, that was the best meal. But right now, let's take a look at the map standings and see how things turned out in terms of numbers for all these teams in this particular map. And there you go, ZeusEsports getting 10 kills and 30 points. But From Hell Esports, second position with just 17 kills.
17 kills. Just 17 kills.
Just.
You're telling me just 17 kills?
I've seen them go for even bigger numbers.
And 8-bit. 8 kills on one player's bag, 2 on the others.
Yeah, it's been Akshat, you know, every single time we see 8-bit performing somewhere down the line. They kind of rely on Akshat a lot. He's always been that backbone of the team, and have been trying to play the game around him, and so far so good. It's worked out. But VelociRaptor, they have shown some good signs of resurgence, having those 2 good games over there. But if we talk about the remainder of the teams, well, Team Fear and NPJ displaying and showcasing why you should never play YOLO like this.
Oh yeah, you should be in your own vehicles and all everything. It's coming up. PMCO Esports as well, NPJ, CenterLink, and GoodBoys. You said one thing in the previous games discussion segment that GoodBoys will be saying goodbyes, and that probably just comes up here. We'll be having a look at the overall standings as well, and that's where I would say, you know, the markers will be there.
Yeah, of course. And one other player that we really have to talk about is Myungke. for Team FromHeaven with the way he took that fight against the players of Team WatchmyGP. But right now, let's take a look at the kill leaders, and I really want to see how things have changed after this particular game.
I mean, 8-bit Akshat's out at 36,
Whoa.
34, Sanchir. But, there's one thing. Yeah, 8,243 plus. Let's talk about one thing in top 5 players, right? 8-bit Akshat played his last game today. Hell Sanchir played his last game today. Hell Godless played his last game today. So it's like these players, these teams that we're talking about, they have played their games. Tomorrow might be new faces just showcasing something.
Yeah, of course. And who else other than Zeol over there? You know, having 4 games short, still 29 kills. In just that one game, he can rise all the way up to the first position. But right now, as things are, definitely Akshat has managed to take that first position. At the end of the day, it's a really good outing from this lad. Action has also managed to hold on towards the 6th position. He started off on the first, but it's okay. He'll come back tomorrow. He'll come back stronger alongside Wale. Wale is also one of the players that we have been looking out for so much. But Abeliemo, he's been the surprise package. Hasn't played all the games, but whenever he's played, he's delivered.
The way I would say FromHeaven has played their games, right? They were the contenders of the top position.
Yeah.
But do you think Zeus, just like you said, 4 games short?
Yeah.
Tomorrow probably, like Zeus will be going for just one thing. Like they have qualified.
Yeah.
Even if they don't come, they are qualified. But do you think they'll be going for those 2,600 or like they have that thing in their mind for sure?
Of course, you know, they love that to happen. And Zeus, they've been playing such an amazing game all the time, being consistent. And this last game around also, if you can see, you know, all these players were playing on the edges. They predicted the circle. It came in their favor. All the 3 players went in unison and got those kills out for themselves. But now, let's take a look at the leaderboards.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look at the leaderboards to see where the teams actually are right now. With a good chicken dinner from Nepal Esports today, they are at the first position, but 231, 217. ZeusEsports, 3 chicken dinners, might just hit the 4th one tomorrow. 8-bit, 0 chicken dinners. Still not in the triple digit of their placement points, but still in top 3. That's a good one.
Yeah, of course. That's a really, really good way to end things up. And I would have loved if they had one more placement point. You know, that could have evened things around. But it's okay. It's okay. But look at the number of kills that team from Nepal Esports has. And the only team that is really close to them is Team Zeus and maybe Team Black if they just go all in bonkers.
They would want to go because they see they have 3 chicken dinners. That just means that they also know how to go for the good stuff. So they might just go for it tomorrow. But for tomorrow, ZeusEsports, Black X team might just try and contest for the first position, or if not first and second position, if they want to go for it. Then Bear, all right, 128. Let's have a look. 128, 120, 130, 112, 109, 107, 103, 101.
Yeah.
There are some teams that will be going forward. Dynamic Gaming. This is a moment of, you know,
I think it's also game over for Dynamic Gaming. I mean, they stepped up. They did manage a chicken dinner, but that was not enough. That was not enough because they had enough time, enough games to really be in the top 15. They could not do it. They are always winners and they're always learners. So I would really hope if they, you know, learn from their mistakes and next time around they come back stronger.
Probably, that's totally true. But right now, 103 was the mark, where team number 15 is, if you're talking about it, 70 is with S.Cloud.
Yeah.
They play their cards right. 2 games, good cards. They might just go for the good confirmation, top 14, top 15.
Even Team Fear has also been eliminated, and that's a shocker because this team was one of those fan favorite teams coming in from their own nation. And now with them being out of the picture, obviously, you know, a lot of fans are definitely gonna have their money on the players of Team Hype, and then we also have the likes of Team Requiem. But Requiem has had their good, bad days so far. But Nepal Esports, another good name that can really shine, and they've been playing a decent PUBG Mobile game so far.
Totally. I totally agree to that. Plus one thing, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow because it's just 4 final games for some teams. For some teams, it's just ended today.
Yes, of course. And just those last day remaining out from our semi-final stages before we head on to the finals, which are going to be really, really interesting. But with that, we are done finally with our day. And with all the games being over, we will be taking your leave. I'm Fixes, and alongside me is Ocean, bidding you bye. And with that, we'd take care. Have a good time.